the Polar Express. It's me, Paulina. Let me lower my tripod. How do I do that? Hold on. Okay, welcome aboard the Polar Express. It's me, Paulina. Tonight, it's part 2 of reading FELIX from Stray Kids, WATTPAD fanfiction. I've been very much looking forward to this moment from 24 hours ago when I did the first live stream. So, I'm in the bathroom because I wanted to take my colored contacts out because they are bothering me a little bit, but they do look cool. So I was going to show you guys, but no one's online yet, so I have no one to show. But I'll wait for some more people to come on. I have my wireless mic. I don't know why my hair looks kind of weird. The front piece, why does it look weird here? I don't know, maybe because it's a little fried. So, we are going to read WATTPAD FELIX Stray Kids fanfiction very shortly, but for those of you who could not make the shopping at the mall with me live stream or the get ready with me live stream earlier today, I'll tell you guys a little bit about what you missed, and I'll show you what birthday gift I got for my friend. So, number 1, for the get ready with me, I really wanted to try space buns because I don't think I've ever tried them before, and I was like, I'm not gonna like this. I'm not gonna like it. And then I did it, and I like it a lot. My hair was weirdly crimped itself in the front. I think that's because I stuck it into my headphones while I was trying to eat. Now it looks weird. I'm just gonna tuck it behind my ear because it looks weird. That looks weird too, but pretend you don't see that. Okay, so I did space buns today. The front pieces looked a lot better at the beginning of the day, I will say. Hello. Hi. Thanks for being the first one to comment. Talking to myself a little bit here, but just showing you guys the look I did earlier today. So I did the space buns. I like them a lot. I think they work well because of my new haircut is more even now. So Lenito, hello. Who's your profile picture? It's too small. I can't see who it is. Is that a K-pop idol? If so, tell me who it is. I can't tell. I wish the profile pictures were larger. You're so pretty. Thank you. I like your hair. Thank you, guys. I'm just kind of showing live stream before I read the K-pop fanfiction what I did today, and I want to show my hair and my colored contacts because I'm wearing the purple. Look how scary I look. You could see my blue eyes like around the middle, but I'm wearing the purple colored contacts. But I kind of wanted to take them off because they were bothering me a little bit, but maybe I'll leave them on for a little bit. So I'll read the K-pop fanfiction and then take them out if they're still bothering me. Hey, Graham. Hola. Hello. So I have the space buns. I hope you guys think they're cute. I'm tucking this hair behind because it crimped. It I'll show you. It like crimped weirdly here when I put it behind my headphones when I was wearing my headphones earlier. So I'm very upset about that, but I had the 2 strips in the front, so it was cute before. Still cute. I love that my hair is out of like my neck, off of my neck. It's out of my face. Like, it's great. So definitely gonna do this hairstyle more moving forward. Let's see. You guys like my freaky colored contacts? Hablo español? No. Hablo Russian? Hablo inglés. So. Wait, okay. Are you guys scared by the purple colored contacts? Please tell me because I need to know. But I like how I look like my mom said I look like a cartoon character today. Some other people told me I look like an anime character, which I love those compliments. I love that my mom told me I look like a cartoon character. My friend told me I look like Xenon, the girl of the 21st century. She had her own like Disney show or Disney Channel original movie. I do think I'm giving Xenon. Some of you are too young to even know what that is. Okay, Aaron, I tried the secret deodorant you recommended to me during a Get Ready With Me last weekend, and I love it so far. I can actually feel a difference in how dry it keeps me, and it kicks my BO's ass all day. Oh my god, Aaron, that's so great. I'm glad you found something that seems like it's working. I'm glad. Okay, some new people are coming in. Shirley, Lakes End. Hi. Hello. Emily! Oh my god, Emily, hi! Guys, Emily is my real life friend in Florida. I love when my friends join my lives because it's kind of rare. Usually Phil's the only one who joins my lives. Okay. I like that Emily put the eyes emoji. There's a lot more people in stream now. Hi, hello. LXT. Hello. Hi, Mia. I'm just going to show you guys the purple colored contacts as long as I can, just so I can wait for a few more people to come in. But yeah, it matches my... I'm wearing the Playboy purple set because it's very comfortable, and I'm about to sit on the floor for like 3 hours, so I need to be comfortable. I speak Spanish, but I'm trying to speak English. I hope you improve. Okay, here's my space buns. I'm done showing those. I'll show you guys what I got at the mall. I already put it in a little gift bag. It says, make today happy, because that's just what I had in my closet. I love your hoodie. Thank you. River, hi. Is that your real name? If so, I love that name. River as a name is the best. The best song by Charlie Puth is called River. It's a very good song. Okay, here's what I got for my friend. What's your favorite candy? Guys, I don't really like candy. So I don't have an answer, but if I had to pick one, maybe like Jolly Rancher, but I don't like candy really. Okay. Aixa? Hey. Sorry if I pronounced that name wrong. Why is your hair blue? Because I was tired of being blonde. That's why. So I've been blue for almost 8 years. Okay, here's what I got my friend at the mall for her birthday. Her birthday's tomorrow, but I don't know when I'm seeing her. So you like fruits more? I do like fruits more than candy. I'll take a fruit over a candy. Okay, here's what I got for my friend. I got her this cute Kuromi nightlight. I feel like it's kind of her vibe. She likes I told my mom, I can't talk to you tonight. I'm busy. And she just called me. Let's see. Hold on. Are your eyes real? They're so beautiful. I wish. No, I'm wearing colored contacts. I'm probably going to take them out soon because they're hurting me a little bit. I've been wearing them all day, but I just wanted to show you guys because some of you did not see my get ready with me. So yeah, OMG Kuromi. Okay, so yeah, I got her this little nightlight. I think it's really cute. So got this for my friend's birthday. Oh, I should probably take the price tag off. Good thing I looked at that. Does it come off though? Oh, I do not. I have it. Okay, this one's not going to come off. Whatever. She's not going to care. What's your favorite fruit? And by the way, I love the Kuromi. Favorite fruit? Probably mango, because I'm from Florida. So the best is when it's mango season and I just go up to someone's tree and I just take a mango. Best mangoes ever. You can't find those kind of mangoes in the grocery store. And strawberries I love too. Okay, and I got her this. It's like her main gift. Your hair color lit. Says interesting, thank you. This is the Skull Panda, what is it called? Blind box from Pop Mart. So she's gonna get one of these options. Hey, Adelie, please start moderating. Please, I beg you. I would really appreciate it. You look just like my cousin. No way. No way. I'm in love with the eye contact. You guys like that? You're a thief. Did I steal something? Did I say I stole something? I don't know. Can I see your Kuromi? Karomi? Here's Karomi. Okay. Back to the Pop Mart. So I got her this. Yeah. I don't know which one I hope she gets. I kind of like any of these. The snow one is cool. I like the snow. I like the spring. This one right here. I hope she doesn't have any of these. You stole mangoes. Oh, that's right. I forgot I said I took mangoes. No, I take mangoes from like people I know. Yeah, and that's what I got my friend. So I don't know when I'm going to see her, but it's already packed and ready to go in this cute little bag. So yeah. What's your favorite color? My favorite color is pink. So, guys, should I leave the contacts in or should I take them out? They were hurting me kind of for like the past hour, but as soon as I started the live, they kind of stopped hurting. Maybe because I'm in bright light? I don't know. I wish I had a friend to give me some gifts like this. Oh no. Okay. Another thing I want to show you guys that I got before we get to reading FELIX Fanfiction Part 2, because I'm very excited for that tonight. So, at Miniso, had to get myself something, so I got Cinnamoroll headband. I might put this on later when I take my makeup off and you guys can see, but I have an ugly, what is this called, headband that I've been using for like my skincare videos that I've made, and I realized, I was like, I should level up and have a cute headband for when I make the videos. So I'm gonna wear these for when I actually make skincare videos, but I'll use this ugly one if I'm not filming anything. Okay, Aixa, sorry if I'm saying that wrong. If they're hurting you, take the contacts off, but it's cute on you, girl, thank you. I don't know why. Like, as soon as I started live streaming, I think it's because I came out of my dark room, they kind of don't hurt anymore. So we'll see how it goes, but so far it's good. Unequivalent. Oh, Cassidy, oh, my other friend is here. Get full-on black contacts so you can be like that guy from Flower of Evil. Okay, you guys. Cassidy is my BFF from Florida. I love that my Florida friends, Emily is also in the live stream, or I don't know if she left, but she was here in the beginning. So I was actually talking about Flower of Evil earlier today because someone asked me, like, what's your favorite K-drama? And I was talking about Flower of Evil and how crazy it was when we first watched it. So me and Cassidy started Flower of Evil at our friend's place because we visited her. I'm getting water. We visited her in North Carolina, and me and Cassidy started watching it, and then like 2 days into our trip, Cassidy had COVID. And we were sleeping in the same bed and watching the K-drama for days. I didn't get COVID. And then I had to sleep in the closet. But there was a character on there, and he had scary black contacts. So I'm kind of giving that energy right now, I will say. I think your friend is gonna love the Chromie. I think so too. Your eyes are changing colors. Probably. I can't eat mangoes, they taste like bleach. Oh no. Nike or Adidas? Nike. I don't think I've ever had Adidas. Not my sister can't stand Cinnamoroll. She's a hater. Wait a second, Aixa, it's Aisha. Oh, did you change your profile picture and username? Okay, good to see you again. I got the new 8 album. I'm so happy because I got my bias. Oh, who's your bias? Are you wearing makeup? Yes, Mia, of course I am. Emily's back. Okay, Emily sent a cat emoji. Have you read Tumbling Towers? No. I don't know what that is. Okay, wait, I'm gonna scroll up because someone asked a good question that I want to answer. Unequivalent asked, what caused you to be a YouTuber? I do like to tell this story. What lenses are you wearing? They're called Loveil, L-O-V-E-I-L, in the color Violet Glare. You can buy them on Push Color Global. That's the name of the website. Yeah. They are kind of cool, but they are kind of scary. I'm seeing Stray Kids in one day. Whoa. My bias is Hyunjin. He's cute. Okay, so to go back to answer the question before I start the fanfic, because I like to answer a few questions before I'm reading the fanfic. That's what I did yesterday. So I'll probably just continue that trend. Wait, what was it? What caused you to be a YouTuber? I think that was the question. What caused you to be a YouTuber? Okay. So I was very bored, mildly depressed, end of 2023. Like November, December, I was so bored. And like I had nothing to do with my time. So I would just like lay in bed and scroll through YouTube, and like I started watching YouTube shorts at that time. I didn't watch TikTok. I didn't watch reels. Like I didn't watch short form videos at all. I love YouTube, but I only would just watch like long form videos because that's what I've been watching for so long. So I would just scroll and I wouldn't even like subscribe to people. I would just refresh my like For You or New For You section on YouTube to see what popped up. And there was just like so many great videos. And I loved Wendy's skin. I watched so many of her videos and like I was just watching, you know, end of last year. And I was just like, wow, these videos look so fun. They look like the types of videos that I think I could possibly make. So, and I've always, like I have had tried YouTube, I think twice in the past with like long form videos, but they were like so weird and obscure and no one watched them. So I had kind of tried like twice before, but that went nowhere, and that was all long form video. That was like years ago. So like I literally had no interest in making videos, nothing like that. Haven't really made videos in years, but then I just was like so inspired by watching people's YouTube shorts, and it's just like simple stuff, just like skincare products they like, or like going to like the head spa. You guys have seen those videos, I'm sure. And I was just watching them and I'm like, wow, like these are fun. I want to try it. So beginning of this year, so like January-ish is when I really kind of started to make videos. But even like January, I was making like a few videos here and there, but really come like February, March is when I really just had like a flood of ideas. I still have so many ideas for videos, and I just got so, it was just like a newfound passion. And it just became like I finally had a hobby, because I haven't had a hobby in a while. Pretty much since I moved to LA 2 years ago, I kind of didn't have a hobby. And like the first year I was fine, but 2023, I was so bored. Nothing was happening. And like I felt like I needed a change. So I've just been really into content creation and making videos. Like I said, beginning of this year, and then I went to Japan and I was obsessed with it, and I made like 60, maybe 70 videos about my trip to Japan because it was just so much fun, and I love making travel content. So that's a little bit about how I became a YouTuber. I will say I'm not monetized yet, but I am very close. So once I become eligible for monetization, then that's when I would like to officially consider myself like a YouTuber. I still kind of consider myself it. Just in the past like month, July was really good for me. Like a lot of brands I've been wanting to work with, like skincare, contact lens brand reached out to me. Just a lot happened in July. So I know August is going to be fun, but that's a little bit about my journey. It really just started out of boredom. And then I just saw other people's videos and I was like, you know what? These look like videos that I can kind of make. And I just had a flood of ideas. A lot of them are random. A lot of them are, I don't know. A lot of them, some of them are random. But that's it. Might have been a little bit of a ramble, but just wanted to explain to you guys. Okay. Chungbin bias here, Danny says. Okay, sounds good. Do you have any plushies? Mia, do I? Look at all the ones on the couch. They kind of look dead. I have the couch plushies, but I also have plushies in my bedroom. If you want to see the plushie tour of all my plushies, I did a live stream of that a few weeks ago, so you can rewatch that. Let's see. What got you to dye your hair? Good question, Adelie. I think it was just because I was tired of being blonde and I wanted to try a color. So I was pink first. I was pink for like a little less than a year. And then like it was just a hassle and I was like, eh. Or maybe I think I just didn't really like it. So then I was like, let me try like a lavender titanium. So I was like lavender titanium, but it looked kind of blue. But I was that for like 3 years, I think. And then for the past like 4 years, I've been like different shades of blue. Your bias is Felix, right? Your hair looks like Felix's in S-Class era. Lenito, I hate to break it to you, I am actually not a Stray Kids fan. But someone asked me to do FELIX WATTPAD fanfiction reading, because I did Jungkook the first time, and they were like, please do FELIX next time. So I was like, all right. I'll do Felix, but trust me, this story is good. If you haven't watched part 1, live stream last night, watch that after this one. But I think it's going to be really good, part 2. Larkin says, hey, new sub. Thank you, Larkin. Can I request a song for later? Guys, on live stream, apparently you're not supposed to play copyrighted music. So I don't think I can. Is your name Callista? No. Okay, I'm trying to. It's giving sadness from inside out. Yeah, I do kind of look like sadness today. What is that drawing? If you're talking about this one, it is an iconic photo that my cousin took because she's an amazing photographer. Hit that like button, Natalie says. Guys, if you double tap the screen, new feature, you can like the live stream. Easy. Takes 1 second. Thank you, Natalie. Love the makeup. Thank you, guys. Let's see. Can you say hey, Bubbles? That's a good name. My friend Emily says, I have no idea about any of this subject. I'm just happy to join. Thank you, Emily. We love a supportive real-life friend. Gotta go to work in the morning. I know, it's late in Florida, and I know you go to bed early. I can't sleep. It's 4 a.m. I just want to watch more lives. It's my first time, though, and I found it so fun. Like, if I talk to the person face-to-face, yes, that's why people love live streams. It's crazy, y'all. I have never watched I don't think I've ever watched a live stream. And even when I started live streaming, like, I don't think I've ever seen one before. Oh, bye, fam squad. Bye, Emily. Can you do a backflip? No, but I can do a front flip. But it's only on the trampoline. Okay, I'm showing you guys my eyes again. These are not real. I'm wearing colored contacts. I might take them out soon, but for now, I'm okay. Jake's Room says, can you speak Korean? I wish. I know about 30-ish Korean words / phrases, and it's all just stuff that I learned by watching so many K-dramas. LOL says I subscribe and like. What's this channel about, guys? My throat is very dry. I need water. What's this channel about? I'm not a niche. I do a little bit of everything. Now I live stream, but on my YouTube bio, it does say that, what do I say? I say I make videos about like beauty, makeup, skincare, travel, fashion, and my blue hair. So that's kind of your answer. Oh, and I make videos about my plushies sometimes too. Do you like anime? I like anime movies, but I've only seen one anime TV show, and that was Death Note, and I did not like it. So I haven't given more anime TV shows a shot. I know I should watch JJK. Everyone's watching it, everyone likes it, but I'm not in the mood for it yet. Let's see. I love the blue hair. Thank you, LOL. Did you watch Lovely Runner? Oh yeah, I did. That one I watched maybe like a month ago. That's like top 5 favorite K-dramas. It was so good. Okay, I'm trying to go through the comments. You should watch JJK. Muffin says, you should watch JJK. It's good, but prepare for the fandom. Yes, I know. What do you like K-drama? I think you're asking what. Flatman Dan, hi. I hope your phone is fully charged because I'll be reading probably 3 hours worth of fan fiction. Wait, what was I just saying? Oh, which K-dramas do you like? Are you into Korean dramas? Hell yeah, I've seen 84 of them. Let's look at my list. I'm gonna do a separate live stream. I mentioned this yesterday, but I'm gonna do a separate live stream where I go through all 84 K-dramas that I've seen, and I just talk about them and rank them. But, bye Mia. Yes, I am into the K-dramas. Okay, One Tree Hill, yes. There's like 9 seasons, and I had to stop after like season 5 because I couldn't handle it anymore. Some shows do not need to have all those seasons. New sub, thank you, Muffin. Do you have playlist? Playlist of what? Let me know. So, okay, K-dramas. Maybe I'll read like kind of my top favorite ones right now. Flower of Evil. Vincenzo I loved. I watched it twice. Sky Castle was crazy. My Name, I love that one. I also watched it twice. It's not really a favorite, but like, I mean it is, but like people, it's not other people's favorite, but something about it, I just liked it a lot. Let's see. Snowdrop, I cried a lot the last episode. Nevertheless, you guys, if you've seen Nevertheless, you know what I'm gonna say. Maybe you don't. It is Song Kang. He's very hot. He's in that show. The first time I watched that show, I did not realize that he was a red flag and that a lot of things that he did were red flags. So I didn't know that. But I rewatched the show Nevertheless, and I still love that show. I know it's like not great. I know there's a lot of red flags, but something about it just gets me going. And when I really want to feel something, I rewatch specific clips in the show. Okay, so that one was good. 2521, that might be my #1 favorite. 2521, I think, is my #1. Let's see. I've seen every genre of K-drama pretty much, except not really the historical ones. I don't like I don't like any show that's like historical. Let's see. Mouse was crazy. Mouse was just as crazy as Flower of Evil. I thought Flower of Evil was the craziest K-drama I've ever seen. And then I watched Mouse and I was like, I think Mouse is the craziest K-drama. But then I watched Why Her like 2 weeks ago and I was like, this actually might be crazier than Mouse. So K-dramas are wild. Semantic Error, best BL K-drama ever, best. I've seen it twice. True Beauty, also a favorite. Love that show. Some of these I'm reading and I literally don't remember what they are. Let's see. The Glory was good. Not like my fave, but it was good. What else? What else? I'm almost done going through the list. I have to look up the posters because a lot of these I just write down the name of it, but I do not remember what they are. What is Moving? I watched that like 2 months ago and I don't remember what it is. Death's Game was really cool. Death's Game was very original, interesting. Lovely Runner, amazing. A Shop for Killers was really cool on Hulu. I feel like that's a really underrated K-drama. No one I know really watched it, except for one of my friends. And then Why Her. So that's my list. I do love Korean movies too, but what are you reading? Elena, I'm reading my list of K-dramas. Do you like the film Parasite? First Korean movie I saw and I got hooked. Yes, that's like one of my favorite movies ever. Your makeup is eating. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Let's connect telepathically. Hi, Mackenzie. You're so beautiful and don't let anyone tear you down. Thank you. I really don't care what people say, so yeah, nothing really tears me down. I'm sorry I missed you going to the mall. That's okay, Mackenzie. Where are your contacts from? I'll show you guys. Push Color, Violet Glare, Low Veil. Here are the colored contacts that I'm wearing. I'll show you. Hold on, I'm waiting for the page to load. Here's the colored contacts I'm wearing. This one. They do look a little crazy, but they are kind of fun. So that's what I'm wearing. I'm getting more colored contacts in the mail from Moody Lenses. They're a pretty big company, so I'm excited for that. Let's see. I like to see the lives of those who speak English, and you are kind of cool. Thank you, Lenito. Thank you. Have you ever watched Young Sheldon? No, but I've seen every episode of Big Bang Theory, but it was not good at the end. Delilah, what are we doing? I'm just answering some comments before I start reading. Just connecting with everyone before I start reading part 2 of FELIX Stray Kids K-pop fanfiction. It's gonna be wild. I know it's gonna be good. I have a feeling they're gonna do more than kiss soon. So, oh, my favorite actor is Nam Joo-hyuk. If I remember his full name right, I literally watched all his movie series. I did the same exact thing. He is also one of my favorites. He's like in the military right now, so he's like on break, so he's not releasing anything new. But yes, Nam Joo-hyuk, he is hot, and he's a good actor. Do you watch BLJ dramas? I don't, Elena. Should I? Yeah, Korean movies do horror really well. Train to Busan, I watched 7 times. I watched Train to Busan. That was a good movie. Okay, The Call is like one of the craziest movies I've ever seen. Old Boy is an older movie. You guys have probably seen it. That's like a classic. That's like #1, like best Korean movie according to like the internet and stuff. Old Boy, crazy. And the other movie that director made, The Handmaiden, wild. Had no idea all that crazy stuff was gonna happen. True Beauty at some point made me cry. Muffin, you should read the True Beauty webtoon. It's so good. 2125 is my favorite K-drama, but the end is sad and that's still hurting me. Yes, I watched it like 2 years ago and I still think about how sad. I cried the entire hour and a half of the final episode. I was at my uncle's house watching 2521, the final episode. I kicked him out of the house so he could go ride his bike so I could finish watching the final episode in peace. So I cried the whole hour and a half. Do you like Never Have I Ever? I don't think that's a K-drama. Watch What's Wrong with Secretary Kim. It's a good K-drama. I did not like that one. I did not like it. Let's see. What's the topic tonight, Cupcake says. Liz Cat, hi. Topic tonight, I'm reading part 2 of... Part 2, because there's like 35 chapters of this FELIX Stray Kids not K-drama, fan fiction called Impact. That's going to be fun. We started reading it last night, and people wanted me to continue, so I'm going to continue tonight. Congrats on 20K. Thank you, Flatman Dan. I missed the mall live stream. That's okay, guys. If you ever miss a live stream, you can always rewatch it. They're always going to be up there. I watched Parasite 3 times. The end messed me up. Parasite, best movie ever. What's the topic tonight? Yes, I answered that. I think I already answered that. My birthday's tomorrow. Abella, happy birthday. Happy birthday, you guys. Well, I guess it's just Abella. Is a TNX Felix or what? Lenito, I'm not sure what you're saying there. Bunny says we have the same hair color? Wait, that's great. Do you also use the Ion Color Brilliance Semi-Permanent? Because that's what I use. What's the name of the fan fiction? It's called Impact. Yeah. Is it bad? I was reading a fanfic before hopping on here and finding this and then subbing. Wow. No, Muffin, that's great. This was like, it's a little bit of a slow burner fanfic, but like they finally kissed in the last chapter yesterday. So it's gonna get good. But I'm just kind of catching up on comments, connecting with y'all before we hop into the K-drama, because I like to talk to you guys before I do that. Today's my birthday. Oh, Lenito, great. I forgot about that. You forgot it was your birthday? That's okay. How could I send you Cash App? You can donate on the live stream if you want. RXRPGSX, difficult username to say. What's your favorite food? Chicken and waffles. Happy birthday to everyone whose birthday is today. Fantastic, Adelie. Make it easier, yes. You should watch Snowpiercer. That's a really good movie. Wait, I heard about that. I forgot what that's about. Oh, apocalyptic, wait, movie? Oh, post-apocalyptic action film? I am not gonna like that. That's a movie for my dad. Not for me. Bloodhound, that was a good K-drama. I watched that. Have you ever been to Korea? Jake's room? Not yet. My goal is to go in like October or November of this year, and if not, then probably March, April, or May of next year, because I will not be going there in the winter. I have not watched Mr. Queen. Elena says, I'm gonna go read it. Oh, you're gonna go read The Impact? The K-drama, I mean, why keep saying K-drama? The fanfic that I'm about to read? What's the name of that Korean film about an overweight boy meeting a girl at the hospital? I I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember what it's called. I don't remember what it's called, but I know what you're talking about. What fiction books would you recommend me to read? I need some new books. I'm not really good at giving recommendations just because I stopped kind of reading books since I started watching K-dramas like 2 years ago is when I stopped reading because I just got too into K-dramas. But because I have to read the K-drama, I have to read the subtitles, I like to think that I'm still an avid reader. What is the fic about? Not much, just kind of your typical, like, the girl is like the CEO of a company and Felix is like a software engineer or works in tech at her company, and then they like run into each other, and then she spills her soda on him or something like that, and now they're like hanging out at the bars and things like that. Like, honestly, K-drama vibes. Do you know your fractions in your periodic table? Absolutely not. I gotta go to sleep. Okay, bye. I enjoy reading fan fiction. It's the best. I'm going camping tomorrow, so I'm probably going to sleep after this. Totally fine. Alex Studio, hey. Hope you have fun, Muffin. Oh, Snowpiercer has a Korean director? Wait, I feel like I knew that. I don't know. Maybe not. Plot is wild. Okay. I feel like I should start. The contacts are kind of okay, so I'm gonna leave them in for now, but my eyes might get tired and then I might want to take them out soon. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, that's about it. I'm kind of caught up on the comments. Oh, sorry, I just touched the microphone. I feel like there was something else I wanted to tell you guys, but I don't remember. Oh, I think I asked, but I don't think it showed up. Any particular like suggestions for live streams you guys might want to see me do tomorrow? Because if not, I'm just gonna pick and choose something on my list and do something fun. So let me know. Y'all are sleeping on Snowpiercer. Who's the director? Snowpiercer director. Oh, it's the guy who did Parasite. Oh, I think this is him. Bong Joon-ho? I think he did Parasite. Yes, he did Parasite. Best movie ever. Oh, he did Memories of Murder. That was a good... He did Memories of Murder and Mother. Those two are good Korean movies. Y'all gotta watch those. Mother, you don't see that ending coming. At least I didn't. I'm pretty naive when it comes to movies, so I'm like, I never really know what's gonna happen, which makes it a little more fun for me, kind of. You should see the movie Kill Me Later. What's that one? Kill Me Later. Is this a Korean movie? Oh, no. Interesting. The picture or drawing in the back is very nice. It is a photograph that my cousin took of a heart-shaped bathtub. Lanito, I'm so silly. Let's see. Is she wearing colored contacts? I absolutely am. They're purple. Drinking cold tea is amazing. I only like cold tea. I won't drink hot tea. I don't like hot. It's like drinking hot water. Not for me. Are you Hatsune Miku? I am. If you want to see me as cosplay as Hatsune Miku, the only cosplay I've ever done, besides Jigsaw from the Saw movies, I don't know if that's considered cosplay. Very first video on my YouTube Shorts. You know what? I'm just going to show you guys, because I know you're not going to click yourself to watch. Very first video on my YouTube Shorts, December 7th, 2023. Here is me cosplaying as Hatsune Miku. Squid Games 2, I'm waiting for. I am also waiting for it. They just announced it today, December 26th. Squid Games 2 is coming out. Teaser trailer was released. Oh, I can't wait. So good. Squid Game, love that movie. If you put a tea bag in water, is it still water or tea? Once you connect the tea bag to the water, it's tea. Okay, guys. I'm going to show you. Here's me as Hatsune Miku. This was my Halloween shoot last year. So like I didn't dress up as her. I just dressed up as her for a photo shoot, and that was it. because I don't actually go out on Halloween or go to parties or anything like that. I only dress up in like costume or characters or anything like that for Halloween photo shoots. But I don't go outside. Are you good at the Miku rhythm games? I don't know if I've played them. There's like one dancing game. I don't like the dancing game. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, switching the camera so you guys can see me as Hatsune Miku. Here it is. What do you guys think? Does chocolate milk come from brown cows? Absolutely. Okay, here's me as Hatsune Miku. Here we go. You guys are gonna see a little bit of video and then a little bit of photo.
Bitch, you know I'm sexy. Don't call, just text me. Bitches slow, can't get on my speed. They stare cause they know I'm the ITGIRL. You know I am that girl. Shh, bitch, don't kiss and tell. Bitch,
that's it. You guys like when I took the ponytail off and then I was scalped? Do a backflip. James Bond. I can't. Someone already asked me. I can only do a front flip, but only if it's on the trampoline. As a Japanese person, you look like Hatsune Miku. That's a compliment. I love her. Oh, let me show you guys another thing. Just because I'm like, you know what? Let me just show you guys some random videos. So, I went to hibachi dinner last week, and in the parking lot was a fully wrapped Hatsune Miku car. I could not believe it. And when we went in the restaurant, because you know at hibachi places, you know, where like teppanyaki, where they cook in front of you, they sat another family with us. Hold on, this piece looks weird. I was like gonna put it in the front, but it's weirdly crimped, which is why I'm trying to put it behind. So the other family that sat with us at the table, they were the owners of the Hatsune Miku car, and the way we guessed is because the guy, he was like 16 years old, and he had a Hatsune Miku backpack, like the one of her face, like the giant backpack. So he sat at our table, and my friend Kevin was like, do you think he's the owner of the Hatsune Miku car? And then we're like, it's gotta be him, we gotta ask him. So we asked him, and he was the owner of the Hatsune Miku car, and I just happened to have my hair in pigtails that day, so I did look a lot like her, but I was wearing red and not blue. You passed the vibe check. Great. Asmita says, I went and saw it the first day I met you. Asmita, which video? Are you talking about the Hatsune Miku cosplay or the Hatsune Miku car? What's your favorite cosplay that you've done? Kid asks. That's the Hatsune Miku is the only one I've done. I have also done Jigsaw. I'll show you guys that after as well. Just to remind me. After Hatsune Miku car, I'll show you me as Jigsaw because you're gonna freak out. It was wild. I'm not a cosplayer, you guys. Absolutely not. I just wanted to be Hatsune Miku for my birthday photo shoot, so I did that. It's 12:15 a.m. and I'm sitting in my bed watching someone read a fanfic. Life's good. Jigsaw is FNAF, right? I don't know what that means. Jigsaw is from the Saw movies, like the Jigsaw puppet. That's what I dressed up as. Okay, here's the Hatsune, yes, the Saw movies. Okay. Hatsune Miku car, and then I'll show you guys Jigsaw, and then I'm gonna start the fanfic. That's it. Could you believe? Fully wrapped car. I couldn't believe it. Okay, I'll show you guys some of the Jigsaw videos, and then we're gonna move on to reading the fanfic, because it's been almost an hour. Okay, it's gonna take me a while to scroll all the way back down to November, I think? No, I posted that for like November or Christmas time. I have to find it. There's a few Jigsaw videos. Okay, here's me. Did I have another one? Here's me as Jigsaw dancing to New Jeans by New Jeans. I feel like you guys are gonna enjoy this one, especially if you're a New Jeans fan. Okay, ready? Are you ready for me as Jigsaw puppet reveal? Have you been to Akibara? I have. I went there at night after I went to Sanrio Pearl Land, and it was cool. I wish I could have gone back there because I was only there for like 2 or 3 hours, and we pretty much just went to Yodobashi Camera because my dad wanted to go. Yodobashi Camera. That's their theme song in the store. Yeah, Akihabara was cool, but I want to go back there. Oh yeah, FNAF is Five Nights at Freddy's. I always forget that. Is somebody gonna match my freak? Yep, Hatsune Miku's gonna match my freak. You know Korean culture more than me. Oh, that's funny. How long were you in Japan? I was in Japan for 2 weeks. Yeah, okay. So, here's me as Jigsaw. I was Jigsaw for Christmas, not for Halloween, because I didn't think of this idea until closer to Christmas. So I was like, I'll put a hat on. I'll put a Santa hat on, and I'm going to be Jigsaw for Christmas. So that's what it is. Okay, here we go. Ready? Here's me. I know you probably can't believe it, but that's me. Turning off captions. Jigsaw is scary. Yeah, very scary. My mom, whenever I sing K-pop songs or try, she asks me, what language are you speaking? That's fucking terrifying. Yeah, it is. Okay. You guys ready? It's gonna get even scarier. Here we go. Here's my transformation. Ultimate cringe. Okay. Yeah. So I was like, I need to do this. So I was Jigsaw, and it was great, and I'm very glad I did that. With the New Jeans song, Help! So scared, that's amazing. Yeah. It is terrifying. But kind of cool. It was very cool. Okay, guys. Should I start K-pop fanfiction now? I feel like I should. It looks like a wacky Japanese game show. Oh, it totally does look like a wacky Japanese game show. You're right. Okay. Lenito says yeah. Malfin says yes. I think it's time to start the K-pop fanfiction. Hold on. I went over to bring my water over here, and then I totally forgot to do it. Where did I put it? Because my mouth is fried out. Okay. Did not drink enough water today, so gonna do that. I thought you had a spider on you. Oh, this? Wait. There we go. This is my little wireless microphone. And apparently you guys say that the sound sounds better, so it's good. What kind of water are you drinking? Just some basic water. Nothing exciting. Okay, guys. I already gave a little recap on what was going on in the FELIX fanfiction yesterday. So, we're gonna start with chapter 12 of Impact, Leave FELIX fanfiction. I have a feeling it's gonna get a lot better. It was still entertaining yesterday, but I have a feeling it's gonna be even more fun. So we're gonna start with chapter 12. Can you say Korean sentences a little bit? Jake's Room asks. Oh, I don't want to embarrass myself. I'm like, okay, what do I know from a K-drama? Okay. I'm going to say I don't really know full sentences. I just know like 2-word phrases that I guess can be classified as a sentence. Okay. 예쁘다, I don't know if I said that right, means you're pretty. 보고 싶어 means I miss you. 사랑해 means I love you. I don't know much else. Like, it's more, I understand more than I can kind of remember to speak. So yeah. I don't know if I pronounced those too well, but yeah. Lenito says 143 people watching. OMG. OMG is right, Lenito. You should have seen the Get Ready With Me earlier today. There was like 300 or 400 people in there. I was like, where did you guys come from? Because I'd never had that much. Cute Korean pronunciation. Thank you. Like I said, guys, I don't speak Korean, but I do speak Russian. But Korean pronunciation could be better, but it's not horrible. It's not horrible. Liam's haunt house? You have your own haunted house? Okay, guys, I'm starting. Chapter 12. Feel free to keep commenting, but I might miss your comment if I do, but I usually read like half of the chapter and then I pause and then I like see what you guys are talking about. And then I read the rest of the chapter and then we kind of debrief each chapter. I'm part Russian, like 5%. Not a lot, but I like saying I'm Russian. Yes, Muffin, just say you are. No one's gonna know. No one's gonna ask to see your 23andMe, Ancestry.com report. No one's gonna know. Okay, chapter 12. Oh wait, I forgot. I need to put on the Hobbit music remember yesterday I was playing like Hobbit rainforest music or whatever it was called? Hobbit village music? Let's see if I can find that one again, because I liked that ambiance, copyright-free music. Good luck with streaming. Thank you, kid. Asmita says you are doing good. That's why people are coming to the live stream. Thank you, Asmita. Thank you. I've only been live streaming 3 weeks. Maybe like 3 weeks and 2 days. Okay, I'm trying to see where the heck... Oh, wait. Medieval ambiance with relaxing night village sounds, crickets and owls. That sounds good. I don't see the... Oh, wait. Enchanted Mushroom Forest? We have to do Enchanted Mushroom Forest. Here it is. We're going to listen to this as the ambiance. Is this one copyright free? I absolutely have no idea. Okay, what is all this? What is all this? Skipping through. I want the mushroom forest. Okay, guys, look at that beautiful mushroom forest. Perfect for our fanfiction reading. I'm a stay and thought you were just saying that for the amount of people watching. Wait, what? I'm a stay. Muffin, I have no brain cells today. I don't know what you're trying to say. Okay, chapter 12. Is my mic still good? I think so. Love you here. Thank you, Akachi. The next few days, Felix felt himself sitting a little on edge and pondering what am I trying to say? What's his name? Okay. My brain is fogging up. The next few days, Felix felt himself sitting a little on edge and pondering what Sung had told him. He rationalized that if she was falling in love with him, that the 2-week rule wouldn't apply. What the heck is the 2-week rule? Maybe Felix made it up. I don't know. It should not apply. But he couldn't help but to withdraw and try to protect himself. He trusted Sung and knew he wouldn't have said those things if they weren't true. The third night after he had talked with Jisung, she called him. Hey, she said softly when he answered, out of breath and laughing. His demeanor changed instantly as soon as he heard the tone of her voice. He sobered up and forced himself to breathe slower. Recovering from a practice session where the guys had really gone hard on a new choreography. Hey, babe, he answered, worried the anxiety would be advertised in his trembling voice. Are you okay? She asked timidly, praying he couldn't hear her real question. Are we okay? You've been so quiet the last couple days. I was just kind of, I don't know, worried? Hearing her concern, he breathed a sigh of relief, knowing that she was actually concerned that he had lost interest. Suddenly, the relief broke through into guilt. I'm good, baby. I just thought, I didn't want to push you. It all happened so fast. I was just trying not to suffocate you, he confessed in a half-truth. Hold on, let me plug my light in. Oh, she sighed softly, but I don't want that. She answered a little too quickly before a realization hit her. Hold on, I need to put the light. Tripod needs to go back a little bit because the light is blinding me. Or is it, Hearing her concern, he breathed a sigh of relief. knowing that she was actually concerned that he had lost interest. Suddenly, the relief broke through into guilt. I'm good, baby. I just thought, I don't want to push you. It all happened so fast. I was just trying not to suffocate you, he confessed in a half-truth. Oh, she sighed softly. But I don't want that. She answered a little too quickly before a realization hit her. Do you need some space? She whispered almost inaudibly. Oh, wait, where's my microphone? Do you need some space? She whispered almost inaudibly, and the tremble in her voice broke his heart. No. I don't need space. I don't want it. I'd live in your pocket if I could, he chuckled. She sniffled a little and laughed. Ha 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 ha. That would be a little claustrophobic, don't you think? Yeah, maybe, he answered with a smile, his heart wrenched knowing that she was crying because of something he had done. What are you doing right now? He asked suddenly. I'm sitting at the office. I just finished up some stuff for our newest client, she responded, her voice a little calmer. Felix waved to Minho and Hyunjin as they left for the night. Then he said, come to the studio. The guys just left. It's my night to do some cleanup, but I was going to practice a little longer first. Oh, Felix is inviting his boss, Issa, to the studio. I think that's what's going on. Honestly, guys, I read the fanfics, and sometimes I don't know what's going on. So you guys know better than me. Okay. I'll see you in a few minutes, she answered, obviously smiling, as she hung up her phone and laid it down with shaking hands. She had been absolutely terrified to make that call, that it would be the last time she had heard the soft bass of his voice so close to her ear. She picked up her things and made the walk to the studio so quickly that she was a little winded when she got there. That's me. That's totally me. I get winded walking barely any amount like up the stairs. She picked up her, she snuck in and stayed back in the shadows so she could just watch him move, unrestricted. He was dancing to a song she recognized from when she was younger. The singer was her mom's favorite for a long time, Tony something. Then she realized exactly what song it was and she blushed, though no one was looking. Tony Braxton, she said suddenly as she remembered the singer's last name. She saw his head whip around to her and laughed. Ha 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 ha. I'm sorry, I couldn't remember the singer's name. You know this? He asked in amazement since the track was easily 20 years old. She giggled at his surprise and explained as she moved shyly toward him. She was my mom's favorite for a while. It was like post-Whitney Houston, pre-Alicia Keys. So, yeah, I know it. How did you end up dancing to it? Now it was his turn to blush. He felt his ears grow hot as he thought about the lyrics and shrugged. I just think it's sort of ... sexy. My mom listened to it too. It was her favorite song when I was really little. Then, 5-year-old me walked in singing about... Then, 5-year-old me walked in singing about touching private parts, and Mom panicked, and I never heard it in the house again. He finished with a laugh. I love dancing to it, though. It's involuntary, he added, smiling as the roses bloomed on her cheeks at the thought. He moved forward and slipped his hands around her waist, pulling her in for a tight hug. I'm so sorry I scared you, he whispered at her ear. Oh wait, I forgot to choose a Squishmallow for today. Actually, I'll go for the Peeps marshmallow. This one's good. Well, this is like a good, comfortable one. Okay. I'm so sorry I scared you, he whispered at her ear. The shock through her body was complete and instant. He had kissed her. He had hugged her. But with just a whisper, he had set her on fire. He took her hand and led her back to the practice floor. He had brought a pillow for her to sit on, so she'd be more comfortable when she came by. He gave her a quick kiss and started the music. Okay, wait, pause. I think this is a flashback to his old girlfriend or something. I don't think this is the boss, the new girl. I don't think so. He gave her a quick kiss and started the music. As the beat thumped and the song began, she saw his whole being transform. He stepped back onto the floor with the beat smiling and being flirty, and then... Hello? Okay. I told my mom I cannot answer the phone. I'm busy, and she's trying to call me twice. No. Let me text her and say, I cannot talk right now. She read my message too, where I said, I'm busy later, so I'll call you tomorrow. Ugh, okay. Where was I? He stepped back onto the floor with the beat, smiling and being flirty, and then the bass dropped as the synth began, and he dropped into a low body roll. Then, arching his back, he touched the floor behind him before pushing back up and into the sensuous movement the music forced on him. His eyes never left hers. His eyes never left hers. Imagine I stared at you like this. Imagine my eyes never left yours. That looks so weird when I move my eyes around. That was weird. Okay. He had this nasty, horrible, incredibly hot habit of biting his lip or licking them when he hit a hard beat. Now that he was moving like this, teasing her with his plump lips and his warm, wet tongue, all while looking her in the eyes. I'm reenacting. She shuddered head to toe without giving her body permission. Fuck, she whispered. Okay, pause, because we're halfway through. Okay, what do you guys think so far? I know a lot of comments came in while I was reading this. Okay, what's going on? Why does this girl sound like a news broadcaster? Okay. I'm just reading your comments now. Gotta charge my phone. I'm probably gonna sleep. Bye, Muffin. Let's see. Hyunlix. Yep. Winnie the Pooh says, dude. Hey, girly. Hey, XOXO. I saw you at KFC yesterday. No, you didn't, because I don't eat at KFC. How did you chat that at the same time they laughed? Wait, what? Why is she reading this? Because I want to. Because I want to read K-pop fanfiction, and someone asked me to do Felix from Stray Kids, so I'm giving that girl what she wants. I don't even remember who recommended it, because it was like 3 weeks ago, but... Star says, you're so pretty, I just subscribed. Thank you, Star. Do you still think I'm pretty with my crazy eyes like this? I hope so. I like the hair color. Thank you. Scary. Do you speak Japanese? I wish. I do not. I know. Arigatou gozaimasu. And that's what I said 50 times a day when I was in Japan. And konnichiwa. And I think that's it. That's all I said when I was in Japan. I wish I knew more. Crazy eyes, Lenito says, yep. I like your hair color. Thank you. Cute Teddy's back, hi. Okay, guys, I'm gonna continue. Second half of chapter 12. I have a feeling it's gonna get a little wild in the dance practice room. He saw her reaction and smirked, then dropped to his knees and crawled across to her, never breaking his rhythm. He moved into her space, uncomfortably close. Guys, pause. I truly don't know what's happening. I think this is with someone from his past. I don't think it's with Issa, who's the main character. I don't think it's her. They haven't mentioned her name in this chapter, so I think it's someone else. He moved into her space, uncomfortably close. This is definitely uncomfortably close. If it hadn't been him, or maybe because it was him. What? I don't know. She was so intimidated by the way he was possessed by the music that she couldn't help but shrink back until she bumped into the wall. He smiled and lowered his head and looked up through the wisps of pink that graced his forehead in a predatory gaze. He kept creeping forward, then lunged forward. Jump scare. She squeaked and flattened against the wall as she felt his breath hot against her lips. Then suddenly, at her ear, he whispered, wait. Hold on. He whispered, come here. With that, he slid back, crouching in front of her like a wild animal, ready to attack. He slid his hand down her arm and took her hand, pulling her to her feet and back onto the floor with him. Oh, they're gonna dance. She shook her head, repeating, no, 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 no. I can't dance. I don't dance. Hit it out of the park. I don't dance. I say you can. Not a chance. That's what this is giving. She knew damn well he was going to get whatever he wanted from her right then because her knees were weak and her heart was pounding. If he wanted her to dance, she'd become a freaking wonder of science and music to please him. He started the song over and hit another button to loop the track, then pulled her body close to his and began to roll his hips. He rested his forehead against hers. That's me resting my forehead against yours. Maintaining the intense eye contact that was tying her to him so completely. Guys, the eye contact in this fanfic is a lot. Relax, he breathed against her ear as he slowly ran his right hand over her hip and up her back, slipping beneath the long tendrils of her hair. His left hand rested at the small of her back, pulling her tightly to him so she couldn't step away. He smoothly glided his hand up the back of her neck, his fingers weaving into her air. What? His fingers weaving into her air before he pulled her head back firmly and released a hot breath along the length of her neck before flicking his tongue out to dance around the little mole just below her jaw that he adored. That was a lot to read. Her body felt electric with his touch, and she began to roll her hips with his, reaching her arms past his neck, but hanging them loosely over his shoulders so he could move freely. Guys, are they dancing or what? Like, what's going on? Watching his eyes, she felt his hands moving over her, and she wanted it to stay that way. She never wanted to break contact. Oh, they didn't say eye contact. I think they meant, like, physical contact. Okay, never mind. The word whispered against her ear sent a violent shiver through her body. She had no idea his voice could drop so low. When she felt his fingers in her hair, she couldn't help closing her eyes at the sensation, and she gasped when he pulled it back, moaning in spite of herself when she felt his breath on her skin. His tongue was enough to push her right up to an edge she hadn't seen in a while, not even alone. Oh, it's getting steamy. I told you guys chapter 12 was going to be steamy. I knew it. Okay, guys. There might be some parts coming up that I will have to omit because I don't know if I can read these on YouTube. But we'll see. I might pick and choose. She felt the dampness between her thighs and her breaths came quicker, raspier. He moved his mouth along the soft hollow below her ear and down the side of her neck. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of like, I'm just like looking over and I'm just seeing like you guys, I'm not reading the comments yet, but I'm just seeing like all the reactions coming in. It's just like the shocked emoji. Whew, okay. He moved his mouth along the soft hollow below her ear and down the side of her neck, biting gently until he reached the point where her neck met her shoulder. Just behind the collarbone, he actually bit her, earning a heated moan. Refusing to release her from his needy embrace, he quickly raised his head and rushed her mouth in a savage kiss that said everything his words couldn't. Okay, one long paragraph left. Oh, wait, it is Issa. So they haven't said her name once in this chapter, so I thought this was like a flashback. It is Issa, so it is the main character, just so you guys are caught up. It is the main girl, like the CEO, like the boss of the company. It's her. Issa eagerly sucked at his bottom lip just as he shot his tongue between her parted lips, as their tongues danced over each other. He continued to lead her body in the searing sway and roll that was beating through his veins. He broke the kiss, spinning her away from him, and suddenly pulling her back against his body. His hands wandered over her, narrowly avoiding the most sensitive areas. He teased at her hip bone with his fingertips, then pressed against her lower abdomen, pulling her back hard as he rolled his hips into her, grinding his obvious excitement against the curve of her ass. I'm sorry I had to say that, you guys. I couldn't skip that one. I know you guys are freaking out. Okay. He slipped his fingers up her body and between her breasts, coming to land on her throat. He pulled against her throat just enough for her to sense the restriction and position her ear right at his mouth. I need you, he groaned before nipping at the outer edge of her earlobe. Reading this is crazy, then sucking on the sweet flesh and releasing it with a soft pop. Ah! Don't like that sentence. He heard the moan escape her lips as he said it. She turned in his arms and pressed her mouth to his again. Needier, hungrier, deeper. This time, it was her tongue probing his hot mouth and prying the moans from his throat. Felix swept his hands over her hips to her thighs and lifted her up, pressing her legs to encourage her to wrap them around him. He stepped forward, forcing her back against the mirror as they continued devouring each other. Finally, he broke loose and staring at her with a ferocity she had yet to see in him. He spoke deeply, softly, and said, "We're going home." He sat her down gently, his breath coming in deep, lungs full. I don't think that's a word. She nodded with her head back against the mirror. His body trembled against hers as he tried to steady himself. When she raised her head, indicating that she was ready to stand, Felix took her hand and led her into the night. And that's the end of chapter 12. Oh no, why is it telling me to log in? Okay, I have to sign in for some reason. I guess I can't read past chapter 12 without signing in. I don't know if I have an account. Let me make an account real quick because we need to continue. We need to continue with chapter 13. We can't just stop there. Wait, what happened? I need to make a username. I don't want to do all this. Let me try something else. Hold on. Let me try logging in. Let me see. Do I have an account with another email? Please reset your password. Guys. Ugh. Hold on. Now I need to make an account. We have to continue. We have to continue. Hold on. Username, I don't know. I guess I'll just make it my YouTube username. Let's see. Gotta put in my birthday. Let's see. Almost done. Hold on. Sorry for the hiccup. Okay. Okay. To get the best WATTPAD experience, I don't care. Okay, stop asking me questions. Stop asking me questions. Stop asking me questions. Just take me back to Impact. Ugh. Start reading. Okay. Let me go back. I have to go back. Let me grab the link because they didn't take me back to where I was. So annoying. But thankfully I knew where I was. Okay, we are on chapter 13, but I gotta read some comments. My tooth is hurting a little bit. I wonder if my filling fell out again. It was like here. It kind of hurts a little bit. I'm going to pretend nothing's going on. Okay, guys. What do you think so far? What's going on? A lot of people are barking. Let's play Animal by Maroon 5. Okay, you guys are really barking. Okay. I'm gonna cry. What did I just walk into, you guys? I don't know. A lot of stuff is happening. But I like that you guys are freaking out. I'm reading WATTPAD. I'm reading WATTPAD K-pop fanfiction. You look like Coraline, says Sailor Moon. I'm scrolling up. See, okay. Anything? Not really much. My mom would read me WATTPAD before bed. Good times. There is no way. Someone said my Japanese is very good. Thank you for the 2 phrases I know. I love your eyes even though they are fake. Thank you, Adelie. Thank you. Your eyes are purple. Yes, these are colored contacts. I haven't taken them out yet because they weren't really bothering me. Adelie, you can... I know a lot of people are like freaking out in the comments and just like commenting a lot. I feel like you can just leave that. That should be fine. It's just a bunch of fangirls here, you know. What is this live about? Makeup tutorial? Absolutely not. I'm reading a K-pop fanfiction. This is not a makeup tutorial. I can't sleep. Help me. Charlotte, don't go to sleep now. It's getting good. It's getting good. I need a hug. Okay. I have a feeling. My filling is coming out. Because my tooth is getting a little sensitive. That's not good. This is the second time they have filled it. It's not from a cavity. It's because I grind like these, like my canine, or no. My top teeth, I pushed down on them too hard. So it kind of made like a dent in my bottom teeth on both sides. I don't even know I was doing it. So this one they filled like in March. They did both, but this one came out right away. So I had it fixed like 2 weeks ago. They fixed it for free and they said, if it comes out again, you're gonna have to pay for it. And I have a feeling, but they shaved it down. I'm like, they probably should not have shaved it down. Because now I think that filling might have come out. I don't know. Definitely a lot of Stray Kids fans in the comments. Yeah, there's a lot of Stray Kids fans in here. I watched your live earlier. Amazing, Sandy. Which one? The Get Ready With Me or the shopping at the mall? Okay, guys. I think let's continue. They're about to go back to his house. And I think we all know what's going to happen once they get there. So let's find out. You need to listen to a Stray Kids song. I know, but I'm not allowed to play copyright music on live stream. So maybe I'll listen to it after. Okay, Sandy watched the Get Ready With Me live. Okay, nice. Okay. My filling is bothering me. I'm trying to ignore it. Chapter 13. They managed to make it into the elevator before they were all over each other again. His hands now wandered without caution, gripping and squeezing the flesh he craved as though his life depended on it. Interesting sentence. She wrung her fingers into his hair, refusing to let even a breath pass between them. The bell sounded and they pulled themselves together like 2 teenagers caught in the backseat of a car as the doors slid open. As soon as they got to his door, he pressed her against it, kissing her deeply, but with less urgency and more intimacy. He slid his key into the lock and turned the knob. That was a bad doorknob noise. Opening up a whole new world, a whole world of possibilities. When the door closed behind them, her body began to quake. She became nervous. She realized she was about to give him everything she had, and the thought petrified her. The predatory haze cleared from his eyes immediately as he noticed the change in her breathing from the deep breaths of passion to the shallow, quick breaths of fear. He reached up to gently brush her hair back from her face. She flinched ever so slightly, and it changed his whole thought process. "Baby, are you afraid of me?" he whispered. "Oh, baby, are you afraid of me?" he whispered, his eyes full of worry. A fearful hiccup transformed into a humorless laugh and slipped past her lips in spite of the seriousness of the question, and it confused him terribly. She looked up to his eyes and whispered, her voice trembling, You're the most terrifying man I've ever met. You could utterly destroy me. He pulled her hand to his lips. Wait, he pulled her hand to his lips, okay, and kissed her palm, then pressed it against his face. You have me, all of me, he sighed, and watched her eyes for a sign of trust. I'm scared too, he whispered, as he rested his forehead against hers. They love to rest the forehead against each other. This happened so fast. We don't need to do anything you don't want to do. I can wait, Felix assured her with his honeyed voice and fathomless amber eyes. What is fathomless eyes? I don't know. He scooped her up in his arms, and she realized that he was much stronger than she initially gave him credit for. She rested her head against his shoulder and allowed the heat and passion of the night to replay behind her closed eyelids as he carried her to the bed. He gently sat her on the mattress, then crawled up onto the bed beside her, swiftly curling around her and looping his arm to encircle her waist. He wanted to be as close to her as possible. He needed to be. He reached for his phone and started his dance performance track just to calm her nerves. Okay. He's playing the song that he danced to. Okay. She relaxed against him, still aware of his arousal. The feeling of him pressed against her reignited her need, and she shivered, thinking of how alive she felt when he touched her. She had learned so much about him in these few days. Guys, they've known each other for like 3 days. They've known each other for 3 days, just in case you weren't aware. And she knew that her heart was in danger. One more step, and she would be lost. She considered the alternative, the thought of walking away to protect herself, for only a breath and a tear slipped from her eye onto his pillow. Wait, what? She cried? What? I don't know. Her shiver had intensified to shaking. Ah! Oh no. I get too wild with the acting, you guys. Make a reminder not to shake my phone. Okay. Her shiver had intensed to shaking. He wrapped her up tighter, wanting to protect her and make her feel safe. In a trembling breath, she whispered, Felix, I don't want to wait. Are you sure? Felix asked, raising up on his elbow so he could see her face. He needed to make absolutely certain that she wanted this, because she wanted this and not just to please him. I'm pinning this message. All the emojis. She got hypothermia. Oh my god, your comments are so funny. Okay, I'll read them later. Where is it? Baby, are you sure? He asked again, turning her face toward him so that he could look into her eyes. I wonder if she has the same eyes as me. He felt her breath catch in her chest and watched her nod her head and felt her hips roll back against him. He didn't wait for her to ask. A second time. I'm not okay. Hi, Kala. He took her mouth in a soft but hungry kiss. His fingers moved across her neck, and she turned her head forward. He brushed back the hair from her neck and began to press soft kisses along the taut muscle that stretched from just behind her ear to her shoulder. He drew his wet tongue along the hollow behind her collarbone and placed another kiss there. He slowly began to explore her body, carefully unbuttoning her blouse and sliding his hand along her bare stomach. Guys, there might be some things coming up that I might have to omit, like I said. But I'm going to read as much as I think I'm okay that I can read. If you know what I'm trying to say. Okay. His touch was hot and electric and forced her breath to catch in her chest once again. He turned her on her back and pressed his full lips against her lowest rib, then drew just the tip of his tongue along the same feature and across the opposite rib, where he ended with another kiss. Guys, I'm trying to visualize this, and I have no idea what's going on. He gradually worked himself into a position where he was laying over her, his dancer's body easily maneuvering in a fluid grace that held her in awe. He hovered over her, his face just an inch away from her skin. You guys are going crazy. He hovered over her, his face just an inch away from her skin as he moved up her body. She looked down to meet the rich amber of his eyes. She looked down to meet the rich amber of his eyes and saw that flash that was becoming so familiar as he pressed his lips to the center of her chest. He turned his head and released a slow, hot breath along her right B word, still hidden behind the rather pointless lace bra she had chosen that morning. He was systematically setting her body ablaze. And that is the middle of chapter 13. Okay, I need to see what you guys are like freaking out. Kala says, what happened today? Lots of viewers. I don't know, Kala. I did a Get Ready With Me and somehow 91,000 people watched it. Don't know how that happened, but that's what happened today. Who is writing these? Oh, nar. What is going on here? Emily says, girl, I don't know. She got hypothermia, bro. Yup. Me and Lindito are just screaming. Scream writing. Their foreheads need a rest. Yeah, they need to stop touching foreheads. Lenito quote commented and said, "Baby, are you afraid of me?" Question mark. You guys hated my door sound. Oh no, we are now in this chapter. Okay, I'm caught up on those comments. Let's see. Pretty good story. I kind of agree. It's definitely getting better. XOXO says, there's 239 people in here since when? I don't know. They be coming in and out. Dancing Fairy says, I was going to go to sleep. No, Dancing Fairy, you cannot go to sleep. Jedi Master says, at least the author didn't say orbs. Oh my god. If you're like a fanfic reader like I was, every time, instead of writing the word eyes, EYES, authors loved to write orbs, like her blue orbs glistened in the sun, or something like that. Oh my god, that brought back such memories. What are you reading, Molly? I'm reading FELIX Stray Kids K-pop WATTPAD fanfiction. I'm at my grandparents' house. I can't be watching this. Adelie. Oh, you guys with the emojis? I'm dead. How much lasagna can your bathtub hold? I don't know. I need to ask my cousin if I can use her bathtub to test that out. Okay, let's see. Can they? emoji. Oh, guys, I'm having so much fun. You look familiar AF. Maybe you saw a live stream before. Or the member and manhood, it would throw off the whole fic for me. Okay, that was another fanfic, popular phrase, was to say member instead of you know what, or manhood instead of you know what. I miss when I wasn't scared to read this stuff. I thought this was a normal live stream. Emily, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, guys. Pause, because I need to use the bathroom. So, I'll be back and get ready for a jump scare, because I will be jump scaring. Okay. Jump scare. Okay, guys. It's getting wild. Okay, let's see. What did you guys talk about while I was gone for a minute? What's going on? What's going on? I still read those, Caden says. Nothing is normal in Stray Kids fanfics. Well, I learned that the hard way. Oh man, I thought I could go to sleep. No, you cannot go to sleep. Not today. Not yet, anyway. Like and subscribe, guys, Kala says. Yes, please like and subscribe. If you double tap the screen, new feature, you can like a live stream. That's okay, Mama Polder. I wanted for him to clap them cheeks. Well, Willow, who knows? It might still be happening. Clickbait? Ain't no clickbait here. I am reading FELIX Stray Kids fanfiction. These types of fics would always have me walking around my room with secondhand embarrassment and fighting the characters in my head. I read the After series, you know, the Harry Styles fanfiction. So bad, so good. Those movies were good, though. I'm preparing for the jump scare. You guys know it's coming. Crazy good content. Fake eyes open. Ashlyn says, just dropped. What's happening? We're reading FELIX Stray Kids K-pop fanfiction. Okay, this is getting awkward. I get scared. Okay, did you guys get scared by the jump scare? Top 5 jump scares. Fake eyes open. Fake eyes open. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but whatever. Amber, I just popped in. Hello, Amber. What about Deadpool? Who cares about Deadpool? I'm reading FELIX K-pop fanfiction. That's way more important. Nah, because you're almost convincing me to actually read Stray Kids fanfic. Maybe you should give it a try, Van G. I don't even know what Stray Kids is, but I'm invested now. Stray Kids is a K-pop group. Okay. What is the stream about? We're reading K-pop fanfiction. Okay, guys. A lot of comments since I left for literally a minute. Please start reading again. Okay, Carly. I'm caught up on the comments. So, here we go. Okay, I don't think Stray Kids songs have copyright. Okay, apparently, like, I don't think I can play copyright music, like, any song that's not my song or copyright free specifically. I don't think you're allowed to play it in a live stream, but I'm still kind of learning the rules for live stream, so I don't really know. Let's see. Okay. Moving on. I forgot that I was only halfway through the chapter. Okay. Here we go. Where's my plushie? Here it is. Okay. She was trembling, and her skin was aglow with the heat coming off of her body. She hadn't even touched him yet, and she was aching. When she felt his breath near her B word, she... I'm going to censor some words, even though they don't have to be censored, because I just think it makes it funnier. I'm pretty sure all their songs are copyrighted. Yeah. Unless it's specifically like a copyright-free song like this Mushroom Forest. I don't even know if this is copyright-free, but I don't think I can play them. Oh, I see a lot of YouTubers reacting to Stray Kids on their lives. Okay, I need to look into it. I need to ask someone on YouTube if I can do that. Okay. What was I saying? I said something about a B word. When she felt his breath near her B word, she quickly slipped her fingers into his shock of pink hair. I totally forgot he has pink hair in this. And pulled his whole body forward, capturing his mouth in a slow kiss, searing his lips with her passion. Okay, it's getting wild. It's getting wild. I'm going to censor some words for fun, because I don't know what I can say. Paul, wait, Carrie-Ann, what are you saying? I'm of your contacts? Commenting on my cousin's live from the other room because I miss her. Okay, my cousin is in the other room but she's commenting on my live stream. I was just about to ask her to pop on because it's about to be crazy. I don't know what you're saying about Paul, I'm of your contacts. Carrie Ann can't spell. We all know that. We all know that. I thought his hair would be blue. When did he have pink hair? I don't know. I'm scared. Oh, Carrie Ann says I'm scared of your contacts. So am I. Okay. Guys, this is an 18-ish plus K-pop fanfiction. Carrie Ann says, should I hop on the live? I'm in bed. If you want to get out of bed and come out to the living room, then you can. Okay. Okay, B word, where was I? Okay, he gently separated her knees with his own. Where was I? Slipping his legs between hers and drawing his knees up just slightly, forcing her hips up from the mattress. He broke the kiss, rising to kneel between her legs. He slipped his oversized tee up over his head, exposing the perfect abs she had touched for the first time on the day they met. She touched his abs on the first day? Oh, I think that's because like she spilled a drink on him or something and she was trying to clean it up. She sucked in a sharp breath at the sight and bit her lip. He growled when he saw it, quickly closing in to kiss her, taking her bottom lip between his teeth, nibbling, then sucking at the plump flesh. He released her lip and flicked his tongue across it. That drives me fucking crazy. He groaned against her. Is my microphone okay? He groaned against her red and somewhat swollen lips. He slid over to stand beside the bed and slipped off. Oh no, it's getting there. He slid over to stand beside the bed and slipped off his pants, then stood there admiring her for a moment in all her disheveled glory. Disheveled? He's calling her disheveled? That's not very nice. He reached over and wrapped his what word was I trying to say there? He wrapped his arm around her thighs, turning her body so that she was across the bed. She shivered as his fingers danced over her skin delicately, settling on the button of her jeans. He worked the button quickly and slid the zipper down, then gripped the fabric at her thighs and began to work her jeans off of her hips and legs. The way that this is like so descriptive and like reading it is crazy. I'm like, it's taking so long. I feel like it doesn't take that long to do all this. Okay. He laid the jeans over the arm of the chair in his room. He kneeled between her legs, pressing a kiss to each of her inner thighs as he looped his arms around under her legs so that they were resting on his strong shoulders. Oh! And slipped his fingers beneath the thin strips of lace at her hips. Moving forward, Felix released a fiery breath over her S-word as he moved past it. I'm not saying that. She moaned and writhed beneath him. He smiled wickedly and slid her panties down her hips. Guys, am I allowed to read this? I hope I'm allowed to read this. Okay. He rose slowly, lifting her hips and slid the lace down her legs and dropped her panties onto the chair with her jeans. Why is this so funny? Felix lifted her easily and moved her further onto the bed. He finally peeled his own boxer briefs off of his lean body and climbed over her. She held her breath as he climbed up to meet her eyes. He froze suddenly and whispered, shit. He quickly shot back to the floor, snatching his wallet from his bag and grabbing the single condom he had put in just that day. He had wanted to be so much more graceful about this. She giggled as she realized what he was doing. You guys are going crazy. To reveal his 2-inch punch. To reveal his 2-inch Punisher. Wait, I pinned the wrong one. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. He had wanted to be so much more graceful about this. She giggled, hee, as she realized what he was doing. She stopped giggling and caught her breath in her throat when he suddenly reclaimed his position. When he touched her hands, she laced her fingers with his, savoring the moment with him. She relaxed her hips just as he slid her arms upward, pinning her to the bed. He checked her eyes for surety for the 10th time. She struggled to reach his mouth, which was hovering just out of her reach. She could feel his hardness tap against her folds, teasing her. I don't like that sentence. Tap against her folds. I don't like that. She lowered her chin, then looked up at him through her lashes, bit her lip, and whispered, "Please." He claimed her lips in a savage kiss as he sank into her, pulling a moan from her mouth. Okay, guys. This is a long chapter. I still have a few paragraphs left. He gave her a moment, but only a moment, before he began to roll his hips against hers. She was once again writhing beneath him, but this time she met his rhythm. It was like they were back at the studio. Their bodies moved in unison, fitting together perfectly. He watched her eyes roll as their bodies came together and then allowed just the ghost of distance to come between them. She drew on some inner desire and her eyes focused. I'm glad I didn't take the colored contacts out because they're like so much better for dramatic effect. She began to struggle to push upward. He read her body and rolled onto his back, pulling her with him, never breaking contact. She now perched over him, straddling his hips and rolling hers against him. He slipped her blouse off her shoulders and easily unclasped her bra. She allowed the garment to slide down her arms and dropped it over the edge of the bed. She whimpered as she managed to somehow take him deeper than he already was. Pretend I didn't say that. She felt him hit her depths and shifted ever so slightly to avoid the discomfort it brought. She watched his face contorting in concentration and pleasure as he tried to keep his thoughts steady, drawing it out as long as he could. All at once, his eyes popped open and he flipped her over. Hold on, let me fix the light real quick. Y'all are going crazy. Fake eyes open. I just forgot that I pinned to reveal his 2-inch Punisher and I'm dying. Why am I loving this monstrosity of goof? I love it. Okay. Where was I? Okay, all at once. His eyes popped open and he flipped her over, driving faster into her, listening to and being pushed forward by the high moans she couldn't repress. His own groans blended with hers, and they both disappeared into the bliss of O-word. He slowed, his thrusts becoming weaker as she pulsed around his oversensitive C-word. Hold on. Oversensitive C-word. Fuck. He breathed against her shoulder. She kissed his cheek and nuzzled into his hair. As he finally slipped from her core and rested his body on hers, he shifted to the side so his full weight wasn't on top of her. He released his tension on her arms and drew them back down. She instinctively wrapped her arms around him as he did the same. After a few minutes of just existing with her, he sighed. "I gotta go clean up," he mumbled as he pushed his now exhausted body up from the bed. She watched in awe of him as he walked out of the room. Hadn't he said he was clumsy? His grace was one of the sexiest qualities he possessed in her eyes. She shifted to right herself on the bed, slipping beneath the comforter because she was chilly. He came back with a glass of water for her and went to grab fresh boxers and a tee for her to slip on. "Could I just wear the t-shirt you wore today?" she asked with a grin. "Could I just wear the one you wore today?" "It stinks like boy sweat," he laughed. "Ha ha ha. It smells like you, and I like the way you stink." Okay, Weird thing to say, but I'll allow it. She answered matter-of-factly. His smile softened and lit up his eyes. He reached over and hooked his finger in the fabric, snatching his shirt from the floor, then helped her sit up. He gently slid it over her head and watched as she slid her arms through the sleeves. He snickered at how big the t-shirt looked on her. He slid into the bed with her and pulled her tightly against him. With her head on his chest, his breathing began to slow, becoming deeper and more regular. She turned her head to press a soft kiss to his chest and savored the sound of his steady heartbeat as she closed her eyes and fell asleep in his arms. And that is the end of chapter 13. I can't believe we've only read 2 chapters so far. I do not think I'll be able to read 11 chapters tonight, you guys, but we'll see. Maybe the chapters get shorter. Okay, guys, what do you think so far? Boy Sweat goes hard. I like the way you stink. Girl, no. Yeah, girl, no. Guys, what do you think so far? No way you did that face, girl. I am both horrified and intrigued. What is the name of the book you're reading? It's called Impact. Lee Felix fanfiction by someone on WATTPAD. The author is called SKZ Made Me Do It. They read this to elementary kids. Oh, I hope not. Where'd you get the peep stuffed animal? My friend got this for me during Easter. I think he got it from like CVS or Walgreens, maybe. I have already read many stories like this. No, wait, I've already read many stories like this. No hate, guys. No hate here. Impact on the girl's hip. I'm scared, but I'm hooked. Okay, y'all. I like the way you stink is crazy, bro. Word choice needs improvement. Okay. 2-inch Punisher, I can't get over that. I can't get over it. Willow's got the best emojis of the night. Best emoji combination is Willow. She's just a little bit traumatized. Can we change the pinned comment? It won't stop making me laugh. No, I want to keep it for now. Until something makes me laugh even harder than to reveal his 2-inch Punisher, I'm keeping X's comment pinned for now. Okay, guys, if you have liked chapter 12 and 13 so far, I can't believe it's only been 2 chapters. Feels like it's been more. If you have liked chapter 12 and 13 so far, please double tap on the video to like the live stream. Helps me out. I have been here for a minute and a half, but you have earned yourself a subscriber in seconds. Yes, Francesca. I love getting a subscriber in seconds. Ow. Okay, I was checking out my filling in the mirror when I went to the bathroom. It didn't look like it came out, but I really don't know. I need to shine a light on it. 2-inch Punisher. She wants the Punisher. Oh, guys, you are cracking me up so bad. So good. I'm shaking in my non-existent boots. Okay, I guess while I have a lot of you here, making a quick announcement. If you are interested in being a moderator for the Polar Express live stream channel, please comment on like any video of mine and just be like, hey, I was in the live stream. I want to be a moderator. And then if you seem normal, I might choose you because I do need help. I need more moderators. A lot of people have been joining the lives lately, and I cannot physically get through all the comments and hide the freaks, and my mods can't do that either, so I need more moderators. So if you want to be a moderator, please just comment on any YouTube video of mine because I have to grab your channel link to make you a moderator. Just putting that out there. Continue with the comments. You know what's better than 2 inches, 1 inch? I love your hair. Thank you, Luna. Lenito's back. I'm back. What happened? Not much. I don't know if you... When did you leave? I finished chapter 13. Guys, you have to seem normal. Yes. What is a moderator? A moderator is someone who moderates the live streams and removes weird comments and like blocks people and stuff. 1-inch Punisher. I love your makeup. Thank you, Erica. Okay. I'll read the comments for like a few more seconds and then it's time to go on to chapter 14. I don't know what's going to happen after this. I kind of want like a past love interest to show up. I feel like that'd be a good plot twist. How many more chapters? There's 34 chapters. I am only on chapter 14. I thought I was going to be done by tomorrow, but I'm pretty sure this is going to end up taking me a few days to get through. Kala says, I want to be mod. Okay, Kala, comment on any YouTube video and then we'll see. Yeah, there's a lot more chapters. Hello, sir. I'm the sir. Negative 11111 Punisher. What are you reading? Melanie, I'm reading Felix from Stray Kids K-pop WATTPAD fanfiction. She want the 0.5-inch Punisher. Yeah. No Punisher. Okay, new pin. New pin, you guys. No Punisher. He's smooth like a Ken doll. Is it good or bad that in an out of context, I think the sex scene wasn't written too bad? I could actually tell what was happening. Good. That means that this is a good author, a good writer. Good, Francesca. She wants only balls. I love Felix, my bias. Melanie. I don't know if you're going to like Felix after what I've been reading. You might like him more or you might like him less. Uni, what are you reading now? I'm reading Felix K-pop fanfiction. How are you? Mackenzie's back. I'm very good. The last chapter was the most wild of them all. Okay, guys, let's move on. Keep reading. Carly always calls me out at the perfect moment. Yes, keep reading. Okay, chapter 14. My eyes are starting to hurt a little, but I'm going to try and keep them in. Oh, Kaden, thank you for the super like. Is it like the weird fanfics? I don't know if there's such a thing as a non-weird fanfic. Do you watch manga? You mean, do I watch anime? No. Do I read manga? Also no. I'm doing my sister's makeup and watching you. Okay, Mackenzie. Just be warned. It got a little X-ish rated. It could have been worse, but it wasn't horrible. It was not like too wild. Okay. Chapter 14. Her eyes sprang open when the strange alarm went off, and she stiffened, trying to place herself in her surroundings. Beside her, the man who had become her everything groaned and snuggled into her neck. She relaxed in his embrace because she couldn't fight it. He brought a warmth to her body that surpassed all the stress and worry of her everyday reality. She smiled as she realized that he was now a part of that reality. Good morning, Good morning. He mumbled in a gravelly morning voice and wrapped himself around her. Are you reading a WATTPAD? Yes. I am. You don't look real. Yeah, I kind of don't look real today. Definitely cartoon character. Just the sound of his voice vibrating at her throat was nearly enough to cause her to attack him. The warmth of his skin on hers caused a physical reaction, and she shivered. You cold, baby? Felix asked, placing a soft kiss to her neck. She wasn't, but she nodded, hoping he'd somehow hold her closer. Come here, he whispered. Oh, come here, he whispered and rolled onto his back, pulling her onto his chest. Once she was up there, the chill actually did get to her, and she shivered again. Felix pulled the comforter up and wrapped her in his arms. She sighed softly and relaxed into him. This had to be the safest place in the world. She absently drew random designs on his chest as he stroked his fingers through her hair, then remembered he had set an alarm. "Do you need to go somewhere this morning?" she asked, her own voice still a little sleepy. "Your alarm went off earlier." She finished the statement with a squeaky yawn and managed to relax a little further. "Just practicing today. They can wait. I'm doing something important." He answered softly, then gently kissed her forehead. Issa melted and smiled like a goofy kid. Felix found it adorable and fought the urge to coo over her. "What is the performance? Are you guys a professional dance company?" she asked, realizing they hadn't really talked about it. Felix sighed as he worked on the right words. "Sort of," he began. "So the studio we practice at is kind of a co-op type deal. We get paid for each performance, so obviously we want to perform as often as possible. The studio takes a cut of each performance in exchange for the use of the facility, and they take care of publicity for performances." "How long have you been dancing with these guys?" she asked, now genuinely curious about how this all works for him. Melanie says, "This is weird. I am just 12. Yeah, Melanie, I don't think this is for you. Bye, Kaden. I'll sub to your channel. Yay. Thank you. "I was supposed to look for Hyunlik's videos, and I go read a fanfic, and I ended up here. Amazing, Lenito. Help me the impressions." Oh, okay. I'm just going through the comments real quick. I love the Zen music in the back. You guys like the mushroom music? Because I love it. This ain't even WATTPAD. This is what the fuck pad. Okay, Melanie, sounds good. I don't always read K-pop fanfiction. I do stuff that is more appropriate for younger audience members. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Going back to the story. "Min and I both have been dancing forever, but each had just, life happen that kept us from pursuing it. We actually met in college and became good friends. We started dancing at the studio as part of..." Okay. Ooh, my eyes hurt. I have to take my contacts out. I'm going to pause halfway through and take my contacts out. "We met in college and became good friends. We started dancing at the studio as part of a larger group, but it wasn't really what we were looking for. It was mostly ballet, and we just wanted more freedom. We started working with the lyrical and hip-hop groups, met Hyunjin, and started our own small group. The three of us kind of have our own mixed style. We've done a few performances here and there, but this is part of a showcase of sorts. We're just putting on a show to help draw some attention to our company. It's the first time we've done a really public show. It's always just kind of been the patrons of the company." He had begun, absent-mindedly stroking his fingers over her back, and trailed off a bit as he began to think about how natural this all felt. "Will you come to see us?" he asked, hesitantly, as if he didn't already know. She loved to watch him dance. "Try and keep me out," she teased. She was thrilled that he wanted her there and incredibly curious about the rest of the company. She thought about the idea that this was truly what he wanted to do for a living and made a decision. "Felix, I'm going to ask you something. And I need you to be honest with me. Not just as your whatever I am, but for just a second, as your boss too, okay?" The shift in her demeanor put him slightly on edge, and he looked down to meet the messy forest green of her eyes. He immediately relaxed with the soft expression on her face. "Sure, baby," he whispered, now playing his fingers through her hair. "Do you need to work full-time?" she asked. She knew it was bordering on getting way too personal for a boss. But she was laying half naked in his bed. She figured she could get away with a question. His brow furrowed slightly, and he tilted his head, searching her eyes for the source of her question. He decided not to read too much into the intention, and just answered simply, "For now, yes." She nodded her head and asked softly, "Will you tell me when you feel comfortable with not? I want you and Min to have your dreams. I love having you both at my company, but that is my dream, and dancing is your dream. If I need to create an opportunity for part-time work so that you can do this, I will. for both of you. This chapter's almost over, so I'm just going to finish it. His eyes began to glisten as he listened to her proposal. All he had ever wanted was to dance. He never imagined himself sitting behind a computer all day. The idea of being able to pursue his dream in this way had never even occurred to him. Since he had finished college, he had been a freelancer until Min convinced him to apply to Issa's company. Minho knew FELIX needed a steady income so he could have the freedom to dance, even if it was for only his sanity. It was working for Minho, so he thought it would be a good match for FELIX too. He felt so moved by her offer that he was afraid to try to speak or look into her eyes any longer. He simply nodded in answer. Finally finding his voice, he whispered, "Thank you." With that, she sat up on her elbow and smiled. She had been somewhat concerned over his silent answer, but the slight tremble in his voice told her that it was a good silence. Let's get you ready for practice. She smiled. She dragged her feet out from under the blanket and hopped up beside the bed, performing a horrifically imbalanced spin and ending in jazz hands. There's no way she just did jazz hands. He laughed out loud and shook his head at her crackhead energy so early in the morning. He pulled himself up and began to dress for the day. He chose a set of loose but slim-fitting track pants and his usual oversized tee. They weren't huge on him, just not form-fitting. He liked the loose fit to allow him to move without getting bound up in the restrictions of the fabric. We all know what that means. 2-inch Punisher. She raised her brow and wondered how he could pull off cute and hot at the same time. He winked at her, and she knew he'd caught her staring. She giggled and spun around to grab her jeans and then performed a miracle that only women can understand and put her bra on under his shirt. Don't know how she did that. She tucked in the fabric up front, leaving the rest to hang loose and slipped on her flats. She knew her hair was a hot mess, but she modeled anyway. Perfection? Yes? She asked with a giggle, not her saying perfection, yes. He approached her as she was dressing and as she posed. He chuckled and answered sassily, "Definitely. Except for that hair, girl." "Who messed up your hair like that?" Hee ha ha ha. She wrapped her arms around him and started gushing. "Oh, you like? My guy is amazing." Okay, I'm cringing at this part. "He does it all with his fingers and like no product or anything." He smirked and whispered, "Just his fingers?" She blushed hotly and slapped at his chest, giggling, "Hee hee hee ha ha." "Maybe not just his fingers." She smiled. And that is the end of chapter 14. What are you guys saying? I'm hooked. New sub. Thank you, Swifty, for life. Don't stop. I love watching this. Okay, what's been going on? Okay, I'm going to go take my contacts off. Not the sure baby. Oh, Caden's back. Minho is here? Let's see. Carly's back. 0.5-inch Punisher. I'm here because I'm bored and have caffeine. Good answer, Caden. It's 1:36 a.m. I can't sleep, so I'm back. Let's see. Is she crying? What is happening? Who, me? What is the weirdest fic you've read / seen, Jedi Master asks. Oh my god, I've definitely read something weird in the past, but I don't remember what it was. But the Jungkook K-pop fanfiction that I read like 2 weeks ago, that was pretty weird. It was bad. How many rings are you wearing? I have 3 on each hand. I leave these on always. This is so cringy, I love it. This is the best thing to listen to while scrolling through Poshmark. What's some good life advice? Patrick asks. Patrick, I don't know if I can help you there. I can't think right now. I'm too focused on K-pop fanfiction. She looks like she reads Wattpad fanfic. Yeah, I definitely did when I was younger. I haven't read it in a while. I should get back on it. Okay, guys. Ow! I need to take my contacts out because I feel like they're starting to pop out of my eyeballs a little bit. I love your hair, thank you. My back hurts, help. I'm sorry, Lenito. I can't help you, but maybe you should go to a chiropractor. Okay. Okay. What else? What else? Okay. I'm gonna take my contacts out. The scary contacts, yes, I'm taking them out, Kaden. They're bothering me. So it's time to freak everyone out. Did I get it? Ugh. Why is it not working? Ugh. Guys, I can't get it. Anyone here in the comments seen some weird fics, please let me know if you have. Okay. While I'm trying to do this, please talk amongst yourselves. Got it? Okay, we got it. So this is my normal eye. See how much more normal I look? Normal. Okay, those are one-day contacts, so I threw it away. Isn't there a trick to take them out where you look at your nose? I have no idea. I've only been wearing contacts for 3 weeks. I never wore them before, so I have no idea. What's the trick? Looking at your nose. But I don't know. I just do what I kind of know. I'm sure there's a better method, but I don't know it. Okay, whew. Where did it go? Here it goes. It landed on my tripod. Purple contact is out. My eyes feel better. I feel good. Okay, y'all. We've been in the live for 2 hours. I'll read a few more chapters and then I'm going to pause. Because I live streamed a lot today and I'm getting a little tired. But don't worry, we will finish the story eventually. Take a Q-tip and take it out. I don't know if that's smart. I need some eye drops, but I feel like I should do that after I wash my face. Lift your eyebrow with your finger and look at your nose. I've tried the eyebrow lifting. That doesn't work for me. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's go back. Let's go back because we need to get back to the fan fiction reading. You got pretty eyes. Thank you, guys. Those eyes aren't real. Yes, they are. You must have not seen me just take out my purple eyeballs. Those are not real, but these ones are. The trick is dry fingers. Yes, that is true. Because when I first started trying to put contacts in, I would make sure that my hands had the contact solution because I thought that's what you were supposed to do, but it's a lot harder if your finger's wet. So if you're trying to put in or take out contacts, get rid of the contact solution on your finger. Okay, guys. Melanie said, sorry before I go to bed. I have a question. Do you do any kid-friendly things, like kid-friendly videos? Maybe my plushie videos? I mean, some of them, yeah. Like a skincare routine. I think you can watch that. Okay. Chapter 15. Wait, let me show you guys. She posted the photo again. Here's the photo. Impact. So this is imagine Felix looks like this in this fic. It's my birthday. Happy birthday. Okay, guys. We still have Mushroom Magic Forest music on. Coquette Felix. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to pull my tooth. Oh no. My eye a little bit, but I don't drops. Okay. Here we go. Chapter 15 of Impact. They finished getting ready and headed out. They made a pit stop for a Wait, where's my peep? Here it is. He's very cute. He's a good size, too. They finished getting ready and headed out. They made a pit stop for a protein smoothie on the way, having wasted enough of the morning that they didn't have time for breakfast. They entered the studio hand in hand and found Min and Hyunjin already warming up. Man, it took you long enough. Minho started to chide him. Chide him? But froze when he saw Issa. The infamous Minho grin slid into place and he teased, "Sleep well?" Better than I have in years," Felix answered smugly. Minho nodded, thrilled that his friend had finally seen a little action. Felix stole a kiss from her before he ran over to meet the guys and warm up. "Who's going to buy my tooth?" "Carly, are you going to sell it on eBay?" Fetus brain matter. Oh no. Okay. She watched them in complete fascination as they began to practice their first number. Most of the music they used was K-pop, since they all came from Korean backgrounds. It opened up the options tremendously, with so many styles to choose from. Sounds like a commercial. This one was more upbeat and fit their hip-hop style. The guys were laughing and goofing around a little as they practiced this one, singing along, and she could tell improvising some. She knew it was part of the warm-up process, just helping them loosen up mentally as well as physically. Felix looked at her in the mirror as he sang along. Fa la la lo. I don't know what song this is, guys, so I don't know what song it is. She giggled and rolled her eyes at him, earning a bright smile. The song ended, and Minho asked if they were ready. The other two nodded, Felix bouncing on his toes and Hyunjin rolling his head a little. They assumed their positions, relaxed, and suddenly they started this full body roll. Starting with a twitch of their heads to the side as the lyrics started. She gasped as she watched them shift from goofy to apparently possessed by dancing demons. They all watched themselves in the mirror, working hard to perfect their movements, which really didn't need much perfecting. Just watching them made her body respond with goosebumps and involuntary little twitches when she would catch a sassy smirk or somebody flicking his tongue against his lips. She mostly watched Felix, fascinated with the way he moved. But she was amazed at the talent she had never known Minho possessed, and watching Hyunjin was just hot. Her words, not mine. Is she gonna have a thing for Hyunjin? Is there gonna be a love triangle? Guys, is there gonna be a love triangle? What do you think? He made eye contact with her in the mirror and did his little tongue flick thing as he turned his back to the mirror, meaning they were now facing her. They spun back toward the front, and she found herself unable to tear her eyes away from him as he put a hand to his throat, then slid it down his chest. He put a hand to his throat. Sorry, if I hit the mic. Then slid it down his chest. You guys know that dance move? She shivered and he saw it, a devilish smirk gracing his lips. Felix had seen her watching them all and smiled until he realized she wasn't watching them. She was watching Hyunjin. Ooh, tea. He glanced over to Hyunjin in the mirror just in time to catch his smirk. I'm sensing there's going to be some conflict. His brow furrowed slightly as he felt the heat of anger spreading through his body. Stop it, he thought, trying to calm his brain. He looked back at her in the mirror just as she made eye contact with him, and she knew instantly he had seen her reaction to the other man. She watched as he made eye contact with Hyunjin, whose smirk shifted into a predatory glare, more to do with the dance than her. As he looked right back at Felix, he forced himself to finish the song, using his anger to stick each movement forcefully to help burn it off, but he couldn't help watching her in the mirror. They finished and Minho called him out. Bro, you good? Minho asked. Felix looked at him, surprised, and realized he was a good 2 feet from his mark. He had become totally distracted. You've got to watch your spacing. That can't happen in a performance, man. Felix nodded, knowing Min was right. I'm gonna grab some water, he grumbled, staring Hyunjin down. Hyunjin sort of shrugged at Minho and met Felix's eyes before flashing a glance back at Issa, then back to Felix. As he walked out of the studio, Felix knocked into Hyunjin's shoulder when he passed. Hyunjin laughed sarcastically and nodded. Okay, bro, Hyunjin responded, getting the message loud and clear. Felix walked into the hallway and slammed back against the wall, his breath ragged and his hands shaking. He was sure that Hyunjin wouldn't step in on him, right? He wouldn't do that. They'd been friends too long. And Issa really cared about him, he thought. Maybe he was a place filler. Was he a fucking backup plan? He shook his head to clear the thought. He took a deep, settling breath as Minho walked out near him. Hey, are you okay? You just look pissed, Minho told him quietly. Just Hyunjin working his charms. He about sent me through the roof. It was stupid, Felix answered. Okay, we're halfway through. What's going on? What's going on? I think, okay, Carly is trying to sell her tooth. In the live, I'm selling my tooth. Okay, Carly is selling her tooth for $50. Who wants to buy her tooth? What tooth is it? Is it a front tooth, back tooth? Like, can I use the tooth and put it as my own tooth? Willow's gonna come back later. Okay. I wonder if he sees these like he sees the TikTok edits. Shiver me timbers. Oh my god. I'm selling. Okay, now Carly has lowered the price of her tooth to $40. Oh, Kaden, the main character, F's a corpse with maggots. Oh no. That's some crazy shit. I'm pretty sure most fandoms have a fic like that. Yeah, I'm sure most fandoms have weird ass fics. Carly, will you sell your tooth to Willow? Willow only has $49. Willow's back with the emojis. Guys, my eyes hurt. I should have put I should have put eye drops in, but I did not. You said a bad word. I'm telling a trusted adult. No, Swifty for life. No, don't tell on me, please. Please, no. Oh, now Carly has upped the price of her tooth to $500. Can I sell my dog? Well, I guess you guys can sell kind of whatever you want in the comments. If you have some teeth to sell, go ahead. Can I buy your hair? How much would you pay for me to shave off my hair and then buy it? Okay, continuing. Minho closed his eyes, totally understanding the entire situation in just that statement. He'd seen Hyunjin get Jisung so flustered it was laughable. The difference was that he knew Hyunjin was playing with Jisung and there wasn't any danger. Hyunjin was... Guys, get ready for this sentence. Hyunjin was straight... ... ish. He wouldn't do that to you. You know that, right? Minho asked. I totally forgot Hyunjin and I think Jisung are dating in this fic. I think that's what's happening. Hyunjin was straight-ish. He wouldn't do that to you. You know that, right? Minho asked. Yeah, I know. It's just a bad habit that started in school, Felix acknowledged. Minho knew that situation too and nodded. You ready to try that again? This time, eyes on me or on you. Try not to get distracted. What is he trying to say there? I don't know. Felix nodded and sighed deeply. Taking a big swig from his water bottle, before heading back inside. He walked in and found Hyunjin and Issa sitting and chatting casually. She seemed a little on edge, nervous almost. He felt his blood begin to boil again and said, a little louder and deeper than he really meant to, "Wait, let's do it again." What is he talking about? I don't know. Minho saw the reaction, noticed the flush in Felix's neck and ears, and sighed. He motioned for Hyunjin to move his ass, and when the younger was in place, he started the track again. Felix kept his eyes on his own form as much as possible, forcing himself to focus on the movement, and slowly slipping into the headspace that only existed when he danced. He noticed little things that didn't quite look like he wanted them to, and made a mental note to wear a tank top or something next time so he could see his movements more clearly. After a couple of hours, the guys took a break for lunch. Felix shuffled over and flopped into a chair next to Issa, now completely calm and tired from the effort he had put into his practice. "I need food. You hungry?" he asked her with a tired smile. She nodded, smiling warmly at him. He took her hand and led her to a little cafe around the corner. He didn't want to eat anything really heavy, since they still had a couple of hours, or 3 or 4 hours, of practice to do on the slower number. He ordered a big salad with chicken and almonds in it, to fill his stomach, but not slow him down. She had a sandwich, and they sat in a strange, uncomfortable, for the first time, silence, while they waited for their food. "I'm sorry," she whispered finally. He shook his head and responded, "No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have gotten so jealous. It's stupid. I know he'd never try to steal you away." His answer stung a little as she digested that he trusted Hyunjin, but not necessarily her. "I wouldn't do that to you either," she answered sadly. He looked to her with a mixture of guilt and unsurety while trying to smile. "I know," he lied. He reached across the table and took her hand. He realized that if he was going to act like an idiot, he should probably make it official. Isabel, can will you?" He sighed and forced the words from his lips. "Will you be my girlfriend?" She blushed, his former mistrust all but forgotten, and smiled. "Yes, Lixie." Ew, Lixie? I don't like that name. I'm sorry if that's his actual nickname. I don't like the nickname Lixie. Lixie. "Yes, Lixie. I'd like that very much." Guys, they've been dating for 3 days and they're now boyfriend and girlfriend. He smiled at the nickname and her answer and stretched across the table to kiss her quickly, just as their lunch arrived. The rest of the meal was relaxed, and they were back to their usual comfortable existence in each other's company. After lunch, Issa headed home. She had plans with Amy that afternoon, and she had serious tea to spill. And that is the end of Chapter 15, Impact, Lee Felix Fanfiction. Okay, guys, I'm going to read for 30 more minutes, and then whatever I don't finish is what we're going to read tomorrow night. Okay, back to the comments. Okay. "I would pay $100,000 for your hair." Okay, Kaden. I take deposits. 25% deposit. What about my tooth? Guys, is anyone going to buy Carly's tooth? Hyunjin is not straight. "I'll pay $10,000 for your hair." Caden said they would pay $100,000, so you're not the winning bidder. Oh, Willow says I will pay 1 and then about 50 zeros. Can I have it? Okay, Willow, I think, is the winner. Willow can have my hair. Guys, my eyes really hurt. Should I put the eye drops in? Or should I just leave it be? "Carly, I'll pay $1,000 for your tooth," Caden says. "More? Carly wants more than $1,000 for her canine tooth. My ADHD medication is wearing off. I'm probably going to leave soon. Sounds good, Jedi Master. You were here for a while, so thank you for that. I pulled an all-nighter and you're still alive. You go, girl. Thank you, OUU. Your hair is so pretty. Thank you. $900,000 for my tooth. I'm actually leaving now. Bye. Okay, bye, Kaden. What's going on? Guys, what else are you talking about? What are you reading? I'm reading Felix from Stray Kids K-pop WATTPAD fanfiction. Okay, bye, Jedi Master. This fic that is being read has content of the 2-inch Punisher. Be aware that it is somewhat 18 plus and has had scenes of it. The 2-inch Punisher is a big plot point. Okay, thank you, Kaden. New pinned comment so people know what I'm talking about. Yeah. You guys are really bidding large numbers out here for my hair. I love it. But you know, it costs a lot less money. Instead of taking my hair, you can bleach your own hair and then dye it blue. It'll save you a lot of money. Can I buy your eyelash? Okay, you guys just want to buy all the parts of me? Honey says, OMG, I like your hair. I love your name. It's like Honey from New Jeans. My fave. Who's your Stray Kids bias? Honey, I don't have one because I'm not a Stray Kids fan. But Hyunjin is cute. So he's my answer, I think. Your eyes are beautiful. Fact. Thank you. I kind of want to put eye drops in, but I don't want to get up. Okay, guys. Chapter 16. I'm trying to read for 30 more minutes. And then I'm probably going to pause for the night because I'm getting a little tired. Okay. I'm caught up on the comments, I think. So, let's see. Okay. Chapter 16. Amy was picking her up at 4 to go do some shopping and then grab an early dinner before heading out for the evening. Tonight was a girls' night, and they were looking forward to having some drinks, dancing, and cutting loose. Sounds like they're like in the 50s. Issa and Amy hit their favorite restaurant and had a few drinks with dinner, so they were already feeling a little loosened up. They chatted about the new developments between Issa and Felix, and Amy's jaw dropped when she learned that they had slept together. Seriously? Amy shrieked, thinking she was a little quieter than she actually was. You never ever give in to a guy before you've been together for a month or two. Issa blushed, a deep red, and smiled brightly. I've never felt like I do around him, ever, she answered, mocking Amy playfully. You read my comment feeling so happy and blessed. Okay, you're welcome. I love that. Issa, I am so happy for you, but I'm not going to lie. I am a little worried. You're diving in so fast. I mean, since he who should have been named Jackass at birth, you haven't really connected with anyone since him. The longest was 3 weeks? 3 weeks long relationship? Amy expressed her concern as she held on to Issa's hands. It's not like that. I just really like him. Amy, I might even love him. Okay, pause. Not Issa telling her friend Amy she might be in love with Felix and they've known each other for 3 days. Why can't I make myself want to leave Kaden? Because we're having too much fun. Kaden, yeah, you can't leave. I left for 1 second, then came back. Yeah, you realized that was the wrong thing to do. Okay. Where was I? Oh, it's not like that. I just really like him. Amy, I might even love him, Issa answered, trailing off to a whisper as she finished. In spite of the whisper, Amy spat margarita right on her plate as she coughed from the shock of her friend's revelation. What? Amy asked, unsure she had heard what she thought she did. I didn't hear that right, Issa. Tell me I did not, Amy rambled. Issa shrugged, feeling somewhat defensive. What? I'm allowed to, aren't I? I mean, I am a grown-ass woman. Her eyes went a little starry as she thought of the way he touched her the night before, and she felt heat flood her cheeks and creep down her neck. Amy. He's amazing. He's perfect, she sighed. Amy pursed her lips and took her friend's hand again and spoke softly. Izzy, you gotta be careful putting him on that white horse. It's a long fall when he messes up. You mean if he messes up, Issa corrected her. No, honey. I mean when. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. I gotta work it again and again till I get it right. It's not fair to him or you to put that kind of expectation on this. Thank you, Kaden. I love this live anyways. Fine, I'll stay. Great. Your hair looks so pretty. Thank you, Mimi. I just joined. How many seasons have I missed? This is only part 2 of reading the K-pop fanfiction. For FELIX. I did Jungkook like 2 weeks ago. If you want to rewatch those, watch them after this live. Now she was genuinely worried. Not just for Amy, but also for FELIX. She liked him and didn't want to see him put into a no-win situation. She knew Izzy could be stubborn as hell. And if she set up those expectations, he wouldn't be able to meet them, no matter how close to perfect he actually was. Okay, here's a good random comment. The Punisher be smooth. Do you have a lucky number? Chase, I do. It's 222. 222. Because I was born at 2:22 p.m. So I see that number all the time. And I like to think of it as like, if I see that number a lot, that means good things are like about to happening and are happening and things are happening the right way. And I have been seeing 222 a lot, especially in the past month. And I think that's why July was so good for me. So that's my number. Mine is 23. One of the best lives I've been in. Thank you, Kaden. Okay. She knew Izzy could be stubborn as hell. And if she set up those expectations, he wouldn't be able to meet them. No matter how close to perfect he actually was. Issa had enough of the conversation and decided they were done. I'll be fine. I don't need you to mother me. Amy stared back at her, slack-jawed. Calmly, she closed her mouth, nodded to Issa, and took a deep breath to help settle her own irritation. 222. They arranged an Uber and headed to the club. Not them going to the club. Why are you going to the club? Some guy's going to try to feel up on her or something. I just know something bad's going to happen at the club. Okay. They arranged an Uber and headed to the club, not saying another word about the situation. Amy tried to lighten the mood a little by talking about all the hot guys that would be out that night. Not her best friend trying to get her to like hook up with some other hot guy. Like, why? She already has one. Emily! Emily says I can't sleep. Good. Good, Emily. I'm like almost done reading the fanfic, kind of. Well, for the night. I'm going to be on for another like 20-ish minutes. You look so comfortable. I'm jealous. I am very comfortable. I love sitting on the floor. I try to leave, but I keep coming back. I can't leave. I love this so much. I love how it's like a force. What's the term? Not a force field, but you guys are like, feel like you're trapped in here. I love that. Okay. She had been in a rocky relationship that ended a couple of weeks before, and she was ready to dip her feet back in the pool. I need me a drive-by boyfriend, she giggled. What's a drive-by boyfriend? Guys, sorry if I don't know these common terms. Issa laughed out loud and shook her head in disbelief. The music was thumping so loudly. They could hear it outside the club. They quickly paid the cover and slipped in the door. It was crowded as always, and hot bodies were everywhere. swaying and bouncing to the music. Amy, you're staring, Issa laughed as she put her finger on Amy's chin and turned her eyes away from the dark-haired, muscular guy dancing just a few feet from them. Amy blushed hard as he looked up at her and gave her a smooth wink and bit his lip and then went back to dancing. Okay, we're halfway through that chapter. Please, can you do heart? Yakyol, what do you mean? Like heart formation? There you go. What's the time there? It's 11:10 p.m. I love your hair. It reminds me of when Felix had blue hair. Thank you, honey. It's 1:09. I usually go to bed at 8:30. Namion? Strawberry? Hi. Do you like Felix K-pop Wattpad fanfiction? Because that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm reading for 20 more minutes. I kind of want to put a poll. I was going to put like a bunch of polls today, but I couldn't remember what I wanted to ask you guys. It's 10:09 a.m. for me, and I still haven't slept. Am I cooked? Oh, you are so far gone. Hi from Sydney, Australia. Hello. I have not been to Australia. But I do have 2 friends that live in New Zealand, so I kind of want to visit New Zealand. And if I do visit New Zealand, I will probably also go to Australia because it's so close by. And I'm like, might as well, because when else am I going to go all the way over there? What fanfiction are you reading? It's called Impact, Lee Felix fanfiction on Wattpad. So it's Felix from Stray Kids. Mimi says it's 11 p.m. here. Okay, I think we're in the same time zone then. Okay. Oh my god, Amy whined. Issa grabbed her hand and dragged her over to a tall table where she grabbed a waitress and ordered 2 shots of tequila and 2 mixed drinks to chase them. Oh. Amy laughed when she heard the order. Hee hee ha ha. It's gonna be one of those nights. Issa laughed and nodded. Ha 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 ha. Then downed her shot and grabbed Amy's hand, heading for the dance floor. Wait, Amy screeched, downing her shot and following. The girls danced and thrashed around to the music as the alcohol began to erode their inhibitions. Why do I have a feeling Felix and the dance squad are going to show up at the club? Don't let Felix or Bangchan see this. Should I go read it, Elena says? No, Elena, you should watch this live stream because I'm reading it. Hi from Ireland. I've been to Ireland. I watched a drunk guy fall into the river when I went to Dublin. That was wild, but I also expected it. Hi from South Korea, honey. Yes. I'm trying to go to Korea this year. We'll see. Bangchan would tell us to touch some grass. Where'd you get the Peep plushie? My friend got this for me. I think he got it at CVS or Walgreens around Easter time. Carly's still up. 2:12 a.m. Okay, guys. 15 minutes left. Because my computer's about to die, and I think I have 15 minutes of juice left, and that's all I have in me mentally, is 15 more minutes. Happy birthday to my sister Alice. Happy birthday. Okay. Wait, Amy screeched, downing her shot and following. The girls danced and thrashed around to the music as the alcohol began to erode their inhibitions. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. That's what I feel like is their theme song right now. The 2 had been friends for literally ever and danced together all the time. Putting a little alcohol in the mix always made things interesting because they had both admitted to crushes years ago. What does that mean? They admitted to each other they had a crush on each other? I don't know. They never pursued anything because both of them prefer... Guys, they have a crush on each other. No way. Okay. They had both admitted to having crushes years ago. They never pursued anything because both of them preferred a man's touch. It didn't stop them from getting really friendly from time to time. No way, you guys. Not this plot twist. Issa stepped up behind Amy and wrapped her arms around her friend's waist, pressing her hand against Amy's toned stomach. Oh my god. Are they gonna make out on this dance floor? Plot twist. She slid her hands back to Amy's hips and began to move in sync with her, and Amy gulped. That was a good onomatopoeia. She looked back at Issa and laughed. He did teach you some things last night. Issa laughed. Ha ha ha. And planted a kiss on Amy's surprised lips. Guys, they're making out in the club. What the heck? Of course, this would be the time that the mystery muscle man was making his way over. He looked up to Issa, and she smiled, knowing Amy hadn't seen him yet, since she had a tendency to dance with her eyes closed. She spun Amy around to face her and leaned her forehead against Amy's. As they danced, Issa reached an arm over Amy's shoulder and motioned for Mr. Muscles to join them. He didn't wait for a second invitation. He slunk up behind Amy and placed his hands on her hips, following their rolling rhythm as he stepped closer. Amy's eyes sprang open in surprise, and before she could look to see who had her from behind, Issa ran her hands into Amy's hair and stole another kiss. A little deeper this time, just to fluster her. Guys, what is this author's choice? I thought she liked Felix. Why is she making out with her friend at the club? Like, this has no relevance. Oh, okay. Issa released her grip on her best friend's hair and slowly backed away, leaving her in the very capable hands of Mr. Muscles, who had watched the whole interaction with more than a little interest. She looked back over her shoulder to see the wavy shag of hair that swept just over his forehead. "Hey, beautiful," he greeted her, causing Amy's cheeks to go a soft pink, even though she really didn't have enough self-awareness at the moment to process how close he actually was. He pulled her back to meet him and whispered against her ear, "I'm Bang-chan." Amy went a little weak in the knees, but Bang-chan's strong arms gripped her against him as they danced. Guys, Bang-chan came back. He was in the story earlier. He is back. He was in the story yesterday. I love this. Okay, plot twist. She wiggled and spun in his arms and stared at him. "Oh my god, you're gorgeous," she stated as she looked over him blatantly. He laughed, ha 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 ha, and pulled her in close as they continued dancing. "Thanks," he again whispered. Amy continued to stare, so he just laid his forehead against her and proceeded to antagonize the holy hell out of her with his hands and hips, pulling her closer and rolling his body against hers. And that is the end of chapter 16, y'all. What do you think? I'll do like one, possibly two more chapters, but guys, Bang-chan is in the story. What's the plushie behind you? This one is a s'mores. People think it's a hamburger because it looks like sesame seeds, but no, this is a s'mores. And this is giant Hello Kitty, but she's turned around. I'll turn her around. There we go. Love your makeup and hair. Thank you, Veronica. It's 2 a.m. in Jamaica. I'm so tired. Whoa. The foreheads need a rest. The foreheads always have to rest. Okay, some of y'all are leaving. So good night. I'm staying on for 15 more minutes. 200 people and 100 likes. Guys, we got to 100 likes. Oh, now 101. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it very much. I've had a lot of fun tonight. Yeah, Bang-chan is here. I'm Bang-chan. Got me dying. Okay, technically it said I'm Chan, but Just wanted to make sure you guys knew who I was talking about, just in case. We love Chani. Yay, stay another... Wait. Yay, another stay in the chat. Okay, great. More forehead rests. Hands and hips. Aren't you hungry? Me? No. I don't get hungry after like 7 or 8 p.m. I hope Bangtan never sees this. Your hair is genuinely so cool. Love it. Thank you. Can you imagine 200 people staring at you? Casey, I hate that you said that. Because I can't, but now I'm picturing it. I'm literally watching this at 11:18 p.m. and I'm supposed to be asleep. By the way, you're so pretty. Thank you, Valeria. I'm glad you're here. Tesla in the Hood is back. 210 viewers today. Actually, I've had more. Last week was only like 17 viewers. Good shit. Yes, good shit, Tesla. Good shit. 2-inch Punisher. Okay, guys. I'm caught up on the comments. Let's see. It's 11:20. I'm going to read one more chapter. I know you're sad, but we're about halfway through the book. Because there's 34 parts. And there's 17. What's 17 plus 17? Why can't I think of the answer right now? Oh, 34. I was right. We are halfway through. Pretend I didn't just Google 17 plus 17. I'm a sub. Thank you, Valeria. I put a fork in the dryer. Carly, that's not good. Bangchan is my bias. I put a fork in the dryer. Not good. One more episode till I sleep. Okay, guys. We're going to read one more chapter, and then I will allow you guys to go to sleep. Okay? Sounds good? Okay. Chapter 17. Issa watched... Oh, I totally forgot what just happened. I totally forgot Issa and Amy, her best friend, were making out at the club. And then Bangchan showed up. Issa watched the whole exchange with a bright smile as she sipped her rum and coke. She closed her eyes and began to sway and rock with the music, and soon found herself back out on the floor near the two who were now all over each other, causing a pang of jealousy over Amy, and because Felix wasn't there. Girl, you're not thinking about Felix. You were making out with your best girlfriend. You are not thinking about Felix. I don't like this girl. She could deal with the Amy thing. That wasn't new. And it probably wouldn't ever go away. It wasn't a secret between them, so she didn't really worry about it. She let her body just move without caring who was watching or what they'd see. She knew she wasn't a great dancer, but she loved doing it. Suddenly, she felt somebody sneak up behind her and lace their arms around her waist. She jumped, startled out of her trance, and heard a familiar voice speak softly near her ear. Hey, sexy. She spun around, still not sure she could place the voice, to find herself face to face with Hyunjin. Guys, Hyunjin is in the club. Not Felix. No. There's no way. Honey said, I'm back. My phone died. My pin needs to stay for info. Yes, Caden's pin is most likely going to stay until the rest of the night. Hi, June. Guys. Hyunjin is in the club and just said, hey, sexy, and walked up to her and was like, hey, sexy. Okay, low battery. Your Mac will soon die. Okay, I have 10%. I should be good for one more chapter. Okay. Hyunjin, we thought he was not going to be problematic, but he is seeming to be problematic. I was promised a Felix fanfic. Yeah, me too. From Nepal. Oh, hello from Nepal. Why is this story so juicy than the stuff that happened at my school? Okay. She panicked and pulled back, wildly looking around for the others. Hyunjin laughed a little at her panic and held on to her. Jumpy, aren't you? He smirked. He's not even here yet. The completely debilitating man before her stated, as if he had read her mind. We're just dancing. It's not like I'm trying to take you home, Hyunjin said with a little tease. Oh my god, he's bad, you guys. One eyebrow raised as he looked at her. She nodded and slowly fell back into her rhythm, though now she was nervous. Hyunjin just made her nervous. She took a deep breath and blew it out slowly. She finally began to relax a bit as they danced. Hyunjin assured her that he wouldn't do anything to step on Felix's toes, and that they were good friends, but that he just couldn't help being a ridiculous flirt. It's going to get me knocked out one day, he joked. Issa laughed nervously, internally praying today was not that day. Eventually, a couple other guys made their way onto the floor, greeting Hyunjin excitedly. One was Jisung, followed closely by Minho. So where the fuck is Felix? They waved over toward Amy, and Bangchan waved back to them with a huge grin. He immediately looked back to the beautiful and slightly drunk woman dancing against him. They were all laughing and talking as they moved toward the high table where the girls' drinks were sitting. Issa reached for her glass, and at once, Chan and Jisung both panicked and tried to grab it. Chan got there first and said, "How about we don't drink from the glass that was sitting unattended?" Good. Bangchan is smart. Jisung shook his head, acknowledging Chan's wisdom, as he turned to order Issa and Amy each a new drink. Okay, pause. Because I have to use the bathroom again. Okay. Get ready for jump scare when I come back. Ugh. Jump scare. Okay. We're almost done for tonight. Oh! What have you guys been talking about? A lot. I'll miss it when you go to bed. He is not this straight, though. Let's see. Minho. I love Minho. I came in late, but it's like my aunt's telenovela. Yeah, it's like that, but with K-pop idols. This stuff be getting me hooked up. Okay. Hi, chat. I love this. Thank you, CapCut Girl. Hell yeah, bathroom stream. You guys are so funny. I don't even know how I got here, but I'm staying because she's pretty. Thank you, Kushi? Jump scare. Kaden was ready. It's like a telenovela, anime, and NPC stream. Hello Kitty be vibing. Yes, she was vibing. Do a jump scare with flashing lights and don't warn us. Maybe next time. Okay. Time to get motivated. We gotta finish this chapter. Okay. I'm like freezing in the living room. Hyunjin introduced the others in the group to Issa and introduced himself to Amy, who immediately threw her arms around his neck and sighed, "Oh, you're cute too." Hyunjin smirked and gave her a wink as Bangchan reached out and scooped his arm around her waist, pulling her over by his side. One was an adorable baby of a guy until he started dancing. Then she could hardly look at him because it just somehow seemed wrong. She couldn't pronounce his name, so he had told her to just call him Innie. Is she talking about Hyunjin? She can't pronounce his name, I think. She still can't pronounce his name, even though he's told her millions of times. He didn't look like his name should end with any kind of E sound. Random. The others she'd met were equally as gorgeous, and she wondered absently how that was possible. She had met Changbin, whose arms were absolutely distracting, and Sungmin, who had swept a little red shadow over his lids, giving him just enough of a pop that she couldn't meet his eyes. She looked around as they talked about going back to the floor, but there was no sign of FELIX anywhere. Pouting, Issa downed the rest of her fresh drink, watching Amy do the same, then felt a hand pull her out into the crowd. FELIX leaned against the wall in the hallway. Oh, FELIX is there. FELIX leaned against the wall in the hallway, breathing deeply and shaking, trying to get a handle on his jealousy. Oh no. He had walked into the club and spotted Chan, then Amy, then Hyunjin, grinding his hips against FELIX's girlfriend. Oh my god, I totally forgot that he asked her to be his girlfriend. Wait a second. I totally forgot. FELIX asked her to be his girlfriend, like in the last chapter. And she's like, yes, I would love to be your girlfriend. Like, I'll do you so well. And now she's at the club, making out with her best friend, and hanging out with Hyunjin. Guys, this is not good. I feel so bad for FELIX. Okay. Whew, my throat is hurting from all this reading. Where was I? His vision went red and he headed straight to the hallway. He slid down the wall and thought it might be best if he just left, rather than risk a fight with one of his best friends because he was being stupid. He was being stupid, right? Hyunjin wouldn't. He just wouldn't. But would she? Would Issa turn on him so quickly and with someone so close? It's been 3 days since they've known each other. It's been 3 days. The thought pained him more than he wanted to admit. His thoughts were doing nothing to help his emotional state, and he bolted out the door at the end of the hallway. Okay, guys. Halfway through the chapter. 6% battery left. Okay. I missed the person I was a couple minutes ago. How did you get your skin so clear, Mara? I hate to admit it to you, but I am wearing foundation, but it is a light layer, so it doesn't look too much different than this. Okay. Is this gay story question mark? Maybe. Originally it wasn't, but now she made out with her friend, so I guess it is. Is it a love triangle? Tesla, I have no idea. This just happened, so I have no idea. Okay, I'm trying to catch up in the comments. If my grandma was here, me and her would literally be stuck to the screen listening to the story. I love that, Valeria. It's a lesbian story. I don't know. It's gay and straight. Yeah. It's everything. Okay. His phone started buzzing. Sungi and Min were both blowing up his phone, trying to figure out where he was. He silenced his phone and ran back to his apartment. He decided the gym would be a good place to go to keep his mind busy. He dressed out and headed over to the gym, where he proceeded to beat the living hell out of a helpless sandbag. He threw punch after punch and kick after kick until he was completely exhausted. Finally feeling a little calmer, he went back home and showered, content to just go to sleep and forget about what he had seen at the club and what it probably meant. We all know what it meant. Just as he slipped into bed, Hyunjin messaged him. Ooh, bro, what happened to you? Issa's been looking for you all night. I had to dance with her to keep her company. Oh, no way. She's funny when she's drunk. He stared at the screen in disbelief. Issa? At that point, Felix could not keep his cool. Fuck! Felix screamed and threw his phone across the room, shattering the screen. Not that. Not the getting angry and throwing your phone and shattering it. Do you like drawing? No, I'm not good at drawing. I wish I was. Okay. He immediately regretted throwing his phone. Yeah, obviously. But just the same, he slipped his shoes on, grabbed his broken phone, and texted Issa with a curt, "Where are you?" Having her phone on the table, she didn't see when it went off, so she didn't see his message. It was a good hour before she saw it. Oh, that's bad. She immediately went to the hallway and called him. She immediately went to the hallway and called him. "Are you my daddy now?" She slurred when he answered, only playfully teasing him. Her playful attitude changed dramatically when she heard the low growl in his voice. "Where are you?" he asked, clearly unamused by her attempt at teasing him. Pineapple. "Hello, what is your name?" My first name is not Polder, like some of you think. My first name is Paulina. The phone deserved better RP random phone. Yeah, that's an $800 repair right there. "Where are you?" he asked, clearly unamused by her attempt at teasing him. I'm at the club with Amy," she answered meekly, suddenly feeling very sober. "You sure you're not with Hyunjin?" he asked, his voice heated with anger and betrayal. "It's awfully damn quiet. Are you even at the club? Or did you go home with Hyunjin?" Felix accused. I wouldn't. How could you think?" she stammered, hurt and stunned by his accusation. He cut her off before she could finish. "Are you fucking kidding me?" he scoffed. "I saw you at the club. He was all over you. His hands were on you. He fucking called you Bells," I guess like a nickname. "You were practically nose to nose." "Fuck this. I don't need this shit." And he hung up the phone. Wait, but I thought his phone was broken. I guess he just shattered it. Maybe it still works. He leaned back against the brick of some building. He thumped his head against the bricks and let loose a groan. 3 paragraphs left, y'all. Issa stood, shocked, staring at her phone and startled dramatically when Jisung popped his head out into the stairwell. He took one look at her and quickly wrapped his arms around her. She sobbed into his shoulder and stammered, "No, Jisung, no!" Jisung held her tightly and rubbed his hand over her back as he asked gently, "What happened, Issa?" Between her shuddering sobs, all she could say was his name, Felix. And that is the end of chapter 17 and the end of K-pop Stray Kids fanfiction WATTPAD reading for tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining. That was so funny. Let's see. You have beautiful makeup. Thank you, Pineapple. No, it's the end of it. Yes, Kaden, that's the end. But I promise I'm not doing anything tomorrow. So I will be back tomorrow to read more chapters of Impact Lee Felix fan fiction. Valeria says, "I need more. I'm sorry, guys. I'm too tired. I've been talking for 3 hours. I need to go lay down on giant Rilakkuma and like lobotomize out." Kaden says, "I will be coming back." I love you. Please stay. I'm sorry, honey. Any particular I'm not really doing anything during the day tomorrow. Any particular live stream you guys want to see? Because if not, I don't know if I will. Maybe I'll just do the fan fiction reading at night. But if you guys have something you want to see tomorrow during the day, let me know. But in the meantime, I won't cut off the live just yet. You guys can watch me take my makeup off if you want, or you can leave now, whatever you want to do. But I need to charge the computer ASAP Rocky. And then I need to go take a shower. Okay, I'm turning off Magic Mushroom Forest music. That's enough for today. Okay, let me charge my computer. And then we're going to test out my new Cinnamoroll headband that I bought at Miniso today when I went to the mall because I wanted a cute headband for washing my face because I don't have one. I have an ugly one. Okay, is that charged? Okay, charging. Caden says, no, I won't be able to get on tomorrow night. Oh no, Caden. Well, you can always rewatch the live. Wait, hey Brenda, I remember you. I think you have a good presence in front of a camera. Thank you, Brenda. I appreciate that. One of my fave YouTubers now. Whoa, Caden, best compliment ever. Guys, I'm tired. What was I doing? Oh, I'm going to take my makeup off. So, you guys can leave some final comments, questions, concerns, feedback, other live streams you might want to see. Let me know. I'm about to sub on your other socials so I can say I found this channel before I got super big. That's good. I won't be able to watch after 3 p.m. tomorrow? Oh no. I'm sorry. Okay, here's the Cinnamoroll headband. I'm going to put this on. How was your day today? My day was good. I did 3 live streams, so it was wild. Can I have a shout out? Shout out Liz. Will you allow your people to sleep now? Yes, Kaden, I will, but I'm going to take off my makeup first. Oh, and then you guys can go to sleep. Let's see if this is a good headband. I think I put this on crooked, but I don't want to shift it. This is like so extra. Whatever. It is cute. It is a lot. Do we think it's cute? I think it is. Did you finish reading the story? I entered late. No. I will finish the story either tomorrow or probably... I thought I was going to finish in 3 parts, but I really don't think I can. I think it's going to take me longer. Your headband is so cute. Okay, you guys like the headband? Thank you. Okay. Shout out to Bunny Gotcha. Shout out to you. Okay. I don't have this type of headband, so I don't really know how it works, but I think that's right. Okay, time to take off the makeup. So am I going to live stream tomorrow during the day? I have no idea. I might. Okay. I need to put some eye drops in my eye. I can't forget to do that because my eyeballs are totally fried. Okay, you guys. When you do the jump scare. Wait, what was it? When you do the jump scare, make sure it's super dark and lots of flashing lights. I want to see if my... Oh, no, I can't read that. No, Tesla, you can't say that. Oh, no. Well, I can't say that. I just noticed we have the same hair. Wait, Bunny, you have blue hair? Guys, I don't know if I have any mods in here right now, so I'm trying to mod and also read the comments, which is difficult. If you want to be a moderator, putting this out there again, comment on any of my YouTube videos, And if you're someone who seems normal, and I've seen you in a few live streams and you have been like commenting often, then I might make you a mod and do like a trial period. Do your hair all white like Khaleesi from Game of Thrones. My hair was pretty white blonde before. It did not look good. Not at all. Caden, I want to be a mod. Caden, sounds good. Comment on any of my YouTube videos and be like, I want to be a mod. And because I need to grab your YouTube channel link, like your channel URL, because I can't do it during the live stream for some reason. It doesn't work. I've tried it before. Just comment on something and then I'll try that. It's literally 2:44 a.m. I need to sleep. Well, June, you're about to be able to sleep soon because I am done taking my makeup off, which means I'm done with the live stream. Thank you guys for joining the Polder Express Paulina live stream tonight. I had a lot of fun. I'm a little fried, but we will continue reading the story tomorrow night. Probably will start around the same time, probably like 8:30 PST. So we'll see. Okay, that's about it. Makeup is off. Now I need to take a shower and regulate body temperature and take out the space buns and maybe edit some YouTube videos. Or maybe I'll just watch some Stephanie Sue videos. We'll see what I'm in the mood to do tonight. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.